I don't know why it seems less bright. I was fucking with it earlier. Is that better? No, that seems worse, right? Feel like it should be good now. We'll go with it. I'm not really worried about it. As long as you can hear what I'm saying, that's all that matters. All right. Stream not starting soon. Stream started. Update these. We had 2 races canceled, the 2 that we thought were going to cancel. All right, let's jump in. Let's jump into the actual races. How many do we have populated? We have 2 canceled, so we have 6 tonight. That's not bad. And I'm almost positive that they're all fully functioning fields. I mean, the first race might not be. Yeah, the first race is win place only. So much extra money to the purse. That's why. Most of them filled. I mean, like I said, I don't think the hardcore races are gonna fill like that anymore. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they're gone by next season. That would be nice. That would be nice. But I don't know if they'll do that. So the first race is win place only. I think race 2 is win place. Race 3 got win place show. Right. When you do things wrong, you get wrong results. Who would have thought? Yeah, win place only for race 1. Race 2, I believe, is still only win place. Yep. So the first 2 races, win place only. Race 3, full accommodation. Race 5, full accommodation. Race 9, win place. So 50-50. We have 3 win place, 3 win place show. So let's try and nail the win place show ones and go on about our day. Most of what's going on. Granddad, what's going on as well. Salt everywhere. Yeah, all the fucking salt. Somehow I let myself get talking, taking the Jets points yesterday, so salt me. So stupid. I couldn't think of a dumber thing to do in my life than to wager it. I've made worse wagers on here. I really have. But I think that play last night, taking Jets 3.5, was probably the worst fucking play of my life. I mean, I broke even, but still, I broke even because of Breece Hall anytime touchdown. I hammered that. So it basically covered my spread bet, but it's disgusting. Ugh. Ick. So gross. Break even is nice, but betting the Jets is the worst. All right, race 1 is. Are we in the juvie? These are the juvie qualifiers, right? Yes. I need to get ours. Get in qualifiers. We need to get the right dirt stable back in line. Damn, these are all really good horses. Except for this first-time starter, out of Lunatic, doing Lunatic things again. Yeah, there's a couple nice ones in here. All right, let's get into it. Furlongs, right dirt fast. This is no, I wouldn't be in this one. I have only S's this season. So Night Owl Pumpkin, the 1 try, 6 furlongs with a win, 4 tries on a fast track with 2 seconds. Again, never mind. I'm gonna make sense of it right here. I'm gonna say it doesn't really make sense, but I'm gonna make sense of it. 4th out of 12 against S minuses. 4th out of 6 in the S minus to S plus allowance where it took minimal weight, so it didn't finish well there. 2nd at 9 furlongs on fast. 2nd at 8. Of course, it's just everywhere. 4 or 5 might be too short. 6 through 9 might be it. No, everything is it. Very interesting. Soft. We're on fast, right? We are on fast. Runs a 74 in the qualifier yesterday. Runs a 65 in the allowance. So there's a ceiling and a floor. and it still doesn't make sense. All right, we'll keep the 1 in our back pocket. The numbers don't look too good on Fab, which is kind of weird. It's a 2.5-star firm prep. The 2 lucky roll, likely gonna get an unlucky roll here, I think. Has a win at 9 furlongs, has a second place at 10 furlongs, 12, 12, and he's shortening up to 6 furlongs. I don't know why. You discovered that your horse likes to run long. Why would you shorten it up? Yeah, I don't like that. The 3, 5 for 6 at the distance, 2 wins, a second and 2 third, a second and 1 trial and fast. Okay, so this horse is a little game horse. Now we're getting into the game ones. So let me see the speeds. Fix it up at the end. Is that 2 for them? No. The 69 is kind of baffling on a fast track. Obviously, majority of his races are coming off yielding, and it's not that much of a difference. 70, 70, 71. There's a 76. 69 on soft, 69 on fast. The 3's definitely game. I just feel like it's going to get bamboozled here. The 4, analyze this. Overall, not the worst. 5 for 8. Lifetime, only 1 win in there. 1 try at 6 furlongs with the show. On a good track. Fast track, it's caught 3 times. 8 furlongs, 10 furlongs. We can wipe those out. A second at 5 furlongs and put up a 70. So that's game. Another one that could definitely be in there and have a roll. The 5 has been running at 4 and 5 furlongs only. 6 furlongs. Let's see if it's going to be too much. The numbers on fast aren't the worst. No win there. 4 wins and 9 starts lifetime though. So we have a gamer. Will 6 furlongs matter? It might not matter. Blind luck. That's a decent A- or A+. The A stamina, A tempo is not too slow, but the speed is there. Yeah, I don't know if 6 furlongs would be a difficult thing for this one. I feel like it'll be right up the alley. And its numbers overall are just pretty spectacular compared to the rest of the field. The 6, first time starter, has the morning line odds to go with it. Does it have the pedigree? Let me see. What have you done? What have you done for me lately? First full, 13, 3, 1, and 2, 50-50. Second full, a win in a second and 6 tries. The 3-year-old, 1 try, nothing yet. And then this is the first time starter. So it's going to be hard to put some backing into this one. Realistically. Could play spoiler. I don't know if I'm going to back this. It's going to be hard to back a first-time starter. There's already horses in here with proven times. This fucker is going to be running with an hour and a half difference. 7:45. Hour and 15. That's too much for me. Also, the horse isn't that great anyway. No disrespect. Won its first race in a maiden, first time out at 4 furlongs, and hasn't done much since. So I'll respect the pass on the 7. And then nice stars. 1 show in 1 attempt at 6 furlongs, 3 wins and 2 thirds at 7 attempts at the distance. So, or at the track condition. So firm horse who likes the firm track. High 79, average is 69. 69. Unknown 6. I don't mind the 5. The 4 has a showing. The 3 has the best results at the distance and 1 fast showing. The 2 is shortening up for some reason, and the 1 could also have a roll. So there's about 4 horses in here that could win this race. That's interesting. It's interesting. Let's see one more time. I'm going to side with the 5 here. First time at the distance. Reese took an early hounding at winning place, so that's pretty dope. I think there's about 4 horses in there I could win out, but I think I'm going to circle in on the 5. The 5 will give it a shot. So what am I going to do to make sure I'm not dead here? Still got an hour and 40. It doesn't matter. I just don't want to be super chalk. Roll with the 5 in race 1. The sooner I get through the races, the sooner I might be able to get. I do want to discuss the changes today, but I don't want to do that in the middle of doing this. All right, race 1's in the books. Race 2, I took a peep at. We're going to see how race 2 goes. Where we at here? All right, left turf sloppy allowance, 10 furlongs. This is the order horses or is it the Jubilee? This is the older. All right, so again, the recipe for this one is find the lowest grade in the best form. Beach Bro and A+ is carrying 2 pounds over the A, but I don't think there's an A in here. There's an A-. Or the A- is carrying the same amount of weight as the A, and there's no A, just 1 A-. It's the winner of the race yesterday. Perfect. Actually, that's not even bad like that. All right, so Beach Brawl, the 1, 3 attempts at 10 furlongs with a win, 2 tries on the sloppy, and no shows. Carried 118 0 times, so it's not running this race at all. Amax Maiden wins at 10 furlongs. Stakes runs like shit on soft, runs like shit on yielding. Finishes 4th out of 6 in a $700 or $700 Derby claimer. A+ max only. Handicap carrying weight, no good. Handicap carrying weight, 3rd. So this horse is not that great. Let's just be honest. Carried 122 in the handicaps twice to no success. 3 out of 5 and 5 out of 6. I'll respectfully pass on this one here. 2 partner in crime. A win a second in the show at 10 furlongs and 7 attempts. A win a second in 3 shows on a sloppy track. So 5 for 7 on a sloppy track. We don't have place, but we don't have show in this one, or else I would take 2's probably a slide in for place in show. One win lifetime, and it came at this distance on this condition, so it has that going for it. Carried 125 times with 2 showings. So not a fan of the extra weight. 7th out of 8, 7th out of 9. Yeah, it's just not a fan of all at all about the weight. Pass on the 2 as well. The 3, 8 tries at the distance, 3 wins, 2 seconds and a third, 6 for 8 lifetime. That's very good. 50-50 on slot with 2 wins, a second, and 2 thirds. All right, so overall good numbers. Hasn't carried 120, hasn't carried weight at all. It doesn't look like. But this horse is very good. 21 for 35 lifetime on the podium. So if there's nothing else that can contend, this S minus might be the one in here. Crockett, what's up, homie? Yeah, hasn't carried weight. Well, hasn't carried 120. I'm not going to dig deeper, but the 3 is definitely in play in this race. The 4, 1 try at 10 furlongs, no success. 3 wins and a show and 8 attempts with sloppy. Let me see if this is just a mid. Yeah, 8, 9, no 10. Got the conditions for the race. It ran there and it ran like shit anyway. All right. Pretty easy. Let's see the 3 horse. Five. 1 for 5 lifetime. Perfect. That's what you like to see. Just broke his maiden the time before last on a fast track. Also at 9 furlongs. Came back at 8 furlongs and ran like poopy. I don't know if there's enough for me to warrant the play here. I think the other S minus is just strictly better. We get to the 6, the A minus that's running. Now the A minus is still carrying 116. It's nothing less than 116. We did see it win the race yesterday out of nowhere. So it's definitely a game horse. I don't think it's going to win this race. Could it? Yeah, I mean, probably. I think I'm actually siding with the S minus in this race. I played 2 of the races on the A card, and both horses ran like shit, so I'm already down bad today. All right. I get crushed on the A card. I don't do too bad on the A minuses, but the A card I just get beat up on. Out of the last 2, I did the full card breakdown last month, but we were definitely down on that one. Thirds and fourths. You don't have to get it back. And then this one was 4th and 5th with no kick at all. So they just ran flat. Cool, I guess. Yeah, Neptune's Dancer is running with the minimal weight allotted. It is 8 for 12 at the distance, but it's 5 years old. She's running up against horses that are fresher and younger and faster. So I think I'm going to pass on the A minus and the A to S stakes. We jumped out of the 7. The 7 is 1 for 7 at 1 for 7 lifetime at 10 furlongs with 2 shows, and is 5 for 8 on sloppy with a win, a second, and 3 thirds. Yeah, if this was a show pool race, I would say the 7 is probably live for one of those as well. Carrying 118, 13 starts, 3-2-4. So 9 for 13, not bad. Definitely could be live for a podium. I don't know that it wins. It has been running in these allowances, and it has been winning them, so it has that going for it. But I think the distance is a little too long. Yeah. Those like 10 is more of a less than 50-50 flip. Best numbers come at 10. happened this last race? Why did it tank? Sloppy. 9 furlong. Bad flip. You know, I was down on this one as well. Pass on the 7. Get to the 8. The S in the race. 1 for 11, carrying 122. It does have 5 other podiums to go with it. So 6 for 11 is the worst. Shot at the chicken smack. 2 for 19 at the distance. 1 for 12 on a sloppy track. I am going to look for something that's taking on less weight. It is running very good numbers. The last couple races, 1 in a full field, 1 in a short field. The weight is the issue. Truly is. I think the S minus can beat this S. And then the 9 Diamond Dude, 6 for 11 at the distance, a win, 4 seconds and a third. 50-50 with 118 on its back, a win in 2 seconds and 6 tries. It could be there. I just think it gets outraced by the better horses. I think the 8 finishes on the podium. I don't think the 8 wins it. There's a world the 8 wins it, but I think the 8 probably runs 2nd or 3rd. Granted, it does have some of the better numbers in here, but doing against S's, so you think it would clean up in this race. But carrying the weight, it doesn't seem to be that way. So I would peg it more for 2nd or 3rd than winning this race. 1 for 11, so maybe it's due. Who knows? We can find the last time it won this race. No, only 3 instances on the board. I don't want to look deep in that. Yeah, 2. I think I'm going to go with a 3 in this race, depending on the odds, obviously. No wagers yet. Perfect. So that way I can tilt it in my favor. I think the 8 can beat the 3. Three hasn't carried any weight. That's the only issue. The S has carried it 11 times. This horse carries weight and doesn't like it. It's a very front-end heavy horse. It shouldn't be a problem. Missed the podium once at 10. Yeah, I think I'm going to trust in the 3. If I go down with the ship, I go down with the ship. There's a world we get beat by this ass also. Not a world I really want to live in, but it's a reality of it. Want to race through with a full field, a full complement, max value. All right, this is a qualifier for, no, it's not. This is just a straight S stakes. Perfect. This one should be straightforward. And by straightforward, I mean definitely going to have some wrenches thrown in because it's been a while since we had one of these straightforward ones. Let's see. I don't know that I have anything else running tonight, which is probably a good thing. No, I got a qualifier and handicap tomorrow. And I'm not entering anything because we need the Derby for wagering. All right, 10 furlongs right there fast. The one, Jasmine DeVoe, a win and a show in 4 attempts, a win in 2 seconds, and 6 attempts on fast. The numbers are good. The averages are good. The overall record is good. 13 for 18 lifetime. The one is definitely a player, it looks like. Has no problem winning the F stakes. There's one, a handful of them. So yeah, the one's definitely in there. The 2, 5-year-old, 23 tries at the distance, 7 seconds, 7 shows, and 3 wins. So 17 for 24. So on the podium most of his life. On a fast track, 22 starts, 5, 4, and 4. So 13 for 22 there. Lifetime, 31 for 56. So this horse is solid. This horse has not been solid, though, the last 7 or so races. It does have a win, I guess we'll say just under 2 weeks ago, where I put up an 84. I did put up an 84 here on a yielding track. What's that mean? I guess the 2 could be in consideration as well, but the 2 has the age factor, so that's probably one thing that's going to move it to the back of the line for me. Probably still over the 1 in there. 3, Wonder One hit. Another one, 22 for 42 lifetime, 50-50, better than 50-50. 3, 5, and 1, and 18 tries at 10 furlongs. So 50-50 there as well. And then 8 for 13 on fast track with 4 wins. Overall, not a bad horse. Another pretty solid one. The distance doesn't seem to be an issue. It's coming off decent performances in its last 5, last 6, 2 wins, a second in the show. Will also definitely be live as well. 4 detrimental, 0 for 5 with a show, and 1 win and 1 show on a back track. I will pass over this one. It did pick up a win in a full field in an S-Max Stakes, but before that, it has literally done nothing. It has 1 win on the board in all the races that we see, and 1, 2, 3, 4 shows. So I'm gonna not consistent enough for me in the last handful of races. 9 for 19 lifetime's cool, but brick, win, brick, 3rd, 4th out of 5 is a brick, 7th brick, 3rd, brick, 3rd, brick, 3rd. Too many bricks for my liking. Good build a stall. The 5 rate of pace, over at the distance with a 2nd. 9 starts on a fast track, a win, 3 seconds, and a 3rd. So 5 for 9. Good on the surface. Not so hot at the distance. Also 2 for 22 lifetime. 9 combined seconds and shows. 9 furlongs looks like it's a spike. 10 furlongs is a punt. I'm off of the 5 here. 6 umpire strikes back. 1 for 3 at the distance. 2 wins and 5 attempts with a show on a fast track. Let's see. 75 max benchmark, 6th. 70 benchmark, time before at 10 furlongs, 5 horses with a win. Has no problem winning the benchmarks. Won an S-Max maiden, so it has a maiden win and 2 benchmark wins. This is an S-Max stake where you're likely going to get your throat stomped. With respect. Yeah. I'll pass on the 6 here. The 7, a 5-year-old. 6 tries at the distance, 2, 1, and 1. 6 tries on a fast track, 0, 2, and 1. So 50-50 on a fast track, no win equity. 6 tries on 10 furlongs, 2 wins, a second in a show. Good numbers overall. Just about better than 50% lifetime. 19 podiums in 34 attempts. 4-horse field, 6-horse field. Brick. Yeah. I mean, the numbers and everything look very good here. But what have you done for me lately? 3rd out of 4 isn't inspiring to me. 9th out of 12 on yielding is not inspiring. and then everything's been 9 furlongs before that. So not a whole lot of inspiration behind this one. It's really weird. Pace, so it's lost a half the field in here already. Yeah, I'm off at 7. I mean, the age is a big kick. We might have a play here. I doubt it. For as much as I look at it, the age is just too much of a factor. The 8, 14 for 20 at the distance, 4 wins, 6 seconds, 4 shows. That's very good, very solid, very consistent. 15 tries on a fast track with 2 wins. 4 and 9, so 11 for 15. So very good distance, very good on the condition. A prime dynasty full. This horse is probably just consistent all around. 10 furlong spike. I like that. I like that a lot. So the 8 only runs at 10, and that's exactly where we are right now. Let's see. 4th out of 12 wins, 2nd out of 12, 3rd out of 11. All right, so it's actually performing pretty well in addition. So the 8 is definitely making the card. The 9, 0 for 10. Close your eyes and pretend. Probably not, but it's not going to do it here. 2nd and 2 shows. It's also a 5-year-old. Has the age going against it. 1 for 14 on a fast track with 8 combined places and shows. Again, you can take a stab at place and show if you'd like, but I'm going to stay away from the 9 as well. It is coming off a win in its last race, but before that, probably about 10 races before it's all the winner's circle again. 5-year-old, it's tough. Could also just win and smite me down, so keep that in mind. The 10. 11 attempts at 10 furlongs, 2, 1, and 2, 5 for 11. That's fine. 2 for 15 lifetime on a fast track with 7 combined places in shows. So 9 for 15 overall. More places in shows than wins. Lifetime is 3 for 30 with 11 combined places in shows. So no win equity. And likely not going to pick one up here, in my opinion. It is coming off a 74 max benchmark win. I guess we could look at what else is in that field, but I'm not going to do that. It was also 8 furlongs, not 10. Yeah, it looks like in the S-Max onlys it runs pretty poorly, but in the benchmarks it's doing just fine. Probably just want to stick to those, I guess. But the 11 Dreadnought, Northeast Gordy's again. 50-50 at the distance, a win, a place, and a show. 10 for 16 on a fast track, 2 wins, 8 combined places and shows. A 4-year-old, let's see, I don't think 10 furlongs is the distance. Probably wants to go longer. Yeah. I mean, the other 2 distances aren't too impressive. 12 has the most action, but she also just won the old ladies race over the weekend, so that's something else to keep in mind. PBG with 3 of the top 5 finishers. Did he get more than the let's see, 6, 24, 41, 42, 5, 48, 49. So he got almost as much as the winner for his 2nd, 3rd, and 5th place. Jesus Christ. So probably keep Dreadnought in mind, I would guess, but I feel like the distance is just not it. But then the big win came at 10 furlongs, where her other 2 starts were 50-50. Where are they at? The S-Max, she ran 5th. All right, so that's not even the worst. And then 4th. So 4th, 5th, and a win. Is this horse going to spike? Ooh. did this horse peak already on Saturday? Because it followed up with S Max and ran like shit. I guess keep the 11 on the slip, and then the 12, last entry in the race, 3 wins on a show in 7 attempts at 10 furlongs. 3, 1, and 2. 6 for 14 on the track conditions. I've been carrying weight the last 3 of the 5 races. 2nd, 8th, and a 7th, not too swell. Also doing well in benchmarks and not doing well in S Max. I think I'll pass on the 12 respectfully. Keep the 11 in mind. 10 could play a role, but I doubt it. 9 can't win at 10 furlongs. The 8 is juice, in my opinion. The 7 could also be juice, in my opinion. I don't like this finish last time out. I don't like the no wins of the track condition. I don't like 5 years old. I like the 3. 5 is old but has game. And the 1 I think is probably just behind the other horses that I like. So 3. Three, 8, 11, 12. See the odds. 3, 8, 11, 12. Yeah, the odds are the same. No one's touched anything yet. Yes. The old simulcast racing, no one wagering combination. Give me some of that monkey tennis luck. All right, race 4 is canceled. Race 5 is next. If I can get through the next 3, then maybe the king of the 1%er will come up and give his opinion on today's updates. Maybe, if I allow him. Why do I have runny nose all of a sudden? I also want to get ice cream tonight, too. I'm feeling for ice cream. Did I take the 5 in race 2? I think that's the A-, and I think that's no. No, I took the 3. We didn't get ice cream yet. I have to get it. No, I took the 3 in that race. Oh, fuck. All right, what's this race? Left turf good. 6 furlongs. 11 horse field. Win place show pools. Let's go. Scuba Pride, the 1. Scuba Pride fucked us a couple days ago, didn't it? Yep, last week. We were going to do it again. This is the race that we got cooked. Yep. This is the race that the best horse in the race lost. So we'll keep an eye out for that as well. Scuba Pride is good. Good horse is good. Scuba Jazz, very great mare. Awesome brood mare as well. This horse has been on one. Definitely not going to throw it out. Definitely going to keep it in. 7 for 12 at the distance with some wins. Good numbers overall. So the one's definitely on the split. The 2, Lino, 0 for 5 at the distance and the conditions. We'll go ahead and pass it real quick. Good luck. Jackson Dupree, 1 for 6 with 3 seconds to back it up. Was the ticker wrong? No. Race 1 to 5, race 2 to 5. Wait. Hold on. Ticker is wrong. Now I have to make sure race 1 is right as well. Yeah, 3. You fucking idiot. Good eye. False information. Hopefully no one made that bet yet. That's why we have that do your own research, not financial advice slogan out there. All right, let me see race 1 as well. Whoops. Just lost 6 viewers because of that. 5 in the first. Yes. The 2 in the second. The 8 in the third. Yeah, the 8 in the third. We just did the 8. Oh, yeah. All right, race 2 we already looked at. Race 5 we're on now. All right, so Jackson Dupree, yeah, 1 for with 3 seconds. Same for the condition as well. This is win play show. There is a world that you can get a play show play on the 3. Outside of that, I don't think I'm going to take it for a win. I still think Scuba Pride is better than this horse overall to distance and condition. Proton Power, a left dirt horse running on turf, has run on turf 5 times with one show. Good luck, have fun. More Reject, the 5. 8 for 11 at the distance, 2 wins, 3 seconds, 3 thirds, 1 win and 1 third and 5 attempts at the condition. Condition not so hot average, distance pretty okay. Good luck to try it on. Probably still going to go with the 1 over this one. The 6 is here, a win and a second at the distance. Okay, 2 for 2 on a good track. Now we might be on to something. Let's see this one. That has 2 in here. Ooh, padding my stats. I don't know. I don't intentionally try to do any of that. That was a genuine mistake. But also, that should be an expected mistake. Y'all listen to me every week. You know how dumb I am. So, shame on you for giving me too much credit. All right, so these are all qualifiers. In tough. Very good overall. Is the here better than the 1? Are you calling me a cheater? Eddie Guerrero, the late great, the best, said if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Al Davis, the late great, said if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. So those are 2 of my idols on my lifetime Mount Rushmore. So I'm doing pretty good by them, I think. I think I like the 6 a little bit more than I like the 1. I think that's all right. I think I'm allowed to do that. Horse is good. Can win everywhere. I mean, fast at 4 furlongs, clearly not. Fast at 4 furlongs, 71 and 56. Perfect, right? That's what it should be. The 7, 5 for 6 at a distance, a second in 3 attempts on good. Okay. Another one that could potentially pop up and be there, but it looks like the last win it found was in a range allowance, and I think that was like a month ago. So I'll pass on the 7 overall here. Velvet Prince, the 8 will pass here as well. 6 times on left and 6 times it does not touch the board. Easy pass for me. The 9, What race is this? Is this just a? Oh, it's a hard. Okay, it's a qualifier. It's a qualifier. The 9. Winali. Ooh, Winali. 13 tries at the distance, 8 podiums, 4, 2, and 2. High of 80, average 74. Very good, very good. 10 times on a good track, 3 wins, a second, and 4 thirds. Also very good, 8 for 10 there. So the 9 is probably in contention with the 1 in this race right now. I'll get to whether I think that is true or not. And then Likes It Firm is in here to round out the field. 2 tries at 6 furlongs, a win and a second. 8 tries on a good track, no wins, 3 seconds and 2 thirds. So lock it in for a place or show play. I don't think we're going to lock it in for a win, though. I think the other horses are just better on the surface. Good horse is good, though. Good horse is definitely good. It is a 1.5 firm, so you figure it'd have a win here, but it looks like it's just getting beat. It has a win on fast. On good, though, it's a different story. Third out of fifth. I think this is what I went over last week. All the short field shenanigans. And not shenanigans in the form of shenanigans, but short field races that don't really tell me too much. The 11, second part of the entry, 8 for 12 at the distance, 4, 3, and 4, and 100% on a good track for the podium. So another one that could play a role here. All right, so now we have to figure it out. Is it going to be 11, 10, 1, 6, right? 6. This one's actually kind of tough. The 9 is also in play. This race kind of tough. So 1, 6, 8's off preference. The 1, 1, 6, 9, 10, 11. So it's one of those 5. Great. Scuba Pride. Oh yeah, the 11. Yeah, 10 and 11. So the 11. The 11 has big field results. I like that. The 10 doesn't. Take the 11 over the 10. The 9 doesn't have big field results. I don't like that. A lot of short field. The 9 could be the bane of my existence, though. That's a tough one. I don't know that I can trust enough in the 1. The 1 is very good, obviously. Like the 3 could still be in play, but I don't think I like the 3 to win the race. More Free Jack has good numbers here. 7 has good results. 9. I don't like the no-win equity on the condition and the small fields. 11. So can I narrow it down? The 6 or the 11. Roll the 11. Roll the 11. That is a Sten's horse. Look, that is a Sten's horse. How dare you, Crockett? How dare you drag my good name? How dare you drag my good name? The audacity. That's crazy, Crockett. It's RVA Racing who we don't really put respect on because some of these horses shouldn't win, but I feel like he has a deal with Ian, you know? I hear in the cartoon chat they're real buddy like. Race 7's up next. Get the race 8, and then we're donezo for the card. Wee. That's nice. Yeah. Same rule applies to why I didn't like the horse last week. I just don't like the 4-horse fields. That's I don't like the short fields. That's it. Yeah, RVA and Ian are like fucking stepbrothers. All right, race 5's in. I like it. I like there's a bunch of different horses. I also like that there's wagers in the place pool and the show pool for this race. So y'all have at it. Try and find your value where you can find it there. And then we're on to race 7. This is win place only, so we'll see what happens here. Where are we at for race 1? Oh, we still got 57 minutes. That's beautiful. If I can get done here, we're going to talk about some things. Maybe RVA has one in here. Maybe he was nice enough to drop by and put one in the stream again. Come back later and let us know that we should have picked it. So far gone. Win place only in this race. So far gone. 2 tries at the distance, 2 shows, 3 tries on the sloppy, a win in the show. Good numbers, spread out. I feel like the wins are coming from up the ladder or down the ladder? Down the ladder. Yeah. 7, 8, 9, 10 is ass. We are at 8. It just has to find a win there. So the 1 is probably in play. 10 for 17 lifetime. Morning page is 2. 4 podiums and 5 attempts at the distance. A win, a second, 2/3. A second and third on soft track. Not too inspiring there. On the distance itself, yeah, I fucks with it. Handful of bad races though. I haven't found the win in over a month. It's gonna be tough to trust here. I'll move on to the 3. Mystic Money. 6 attempts at the distance, 2 wins and a second. Very good. 1 for 6 on a sloppy track, though it's a half-star firm or a half-star soft. All right, so sloppy too much. Conditions not too terrible. Let me see your other sloppy numbers. Why does it not have? Oh, it does have all of them. So soft yielding more preferred. 10 might be too much. 8 probably right in the middle. So 50-50 this horse performs how it should, but because it's sloppy, it's probably not even going to be close. Where'd the sloppy win come in at? Right here. 6-horse field, first 74 bench. All right, so benchmark, no problem. Other races, problem. Last race out was, I guess, a restricted race or a qualifier. Yeah, not consistent enough for my liking. The 4 Rhythm Blues, 4 outings at the distance, a win in 2 seconds. Same for sloppy, tack on an extra race and a show. So consistent is there. Coming off a win at 9 furlongs last time out, where it beat Phil Cargon and Birch Street, which we haven't got to yet. 4 is in play for sure. 5, 0 for 5 with a show. Not terrible in the distance. Or not on the track conditions. Distance is probably going to be the issue. Spike at 9. 8 and 10 don't seem to be too hot. I'll pass on the 5 here. First Planet, the 6. Very good at the distance. 4 for 5 on the podium on sloppy. No wins, though. 4, 4, and 1 and 11. So 9 for 11 at the distance. Very good. First Planet might be the play in this one. Just can't find the winner circle. Hopefully it finds it today. We'll see. Yeah, this horse is just very good. 16 for 24 lifetime. Very good all over. Monolith, has stamina. First Planet, very good. The 7, 0 for 4 at the distance. First, second, third, and 10 at 10. Yeah, I'm going to pass here respectfully. The numbers and the averages are pretty bad. Off of 7. Punish me, I guess. Birch Street. 3, 1, 1, and 5 and 10 starts at the distance. 0 for 8 lifetime with 1 second on a sloppy track. I'm going to remove myself from playing this horse. Best of luck. The 9, Abominable Dreams. 1 for 18 lifetime. We don't let that bother us too much. 1 second and 1 attempt at 8 furlongs and no attempts on a sloppy track. Let's see how you fare on the other conditions. Oh, you might be cheap. See, Jimmy G runs horses into the ground too. It's not bad. He's just like the rest of us, except he has bigger bullets. One soft racing put him a 73 at 11. The track conditions are going to kill me on this one. I think sloppy's going to be too much. Soft was too much. I'm going to pass on the 9 in this race. Birch Tree, I'm also going to pass on. Could potentially play spoiler, but I'm going to respectfully pass on it here. 7, I'm going to be a pass. First Planet on the slip. 5 is a pass. The 4 is on the slip. 3 is on the slip. 6, 4, 3. 1 and 2 are like the back end. I think I'm wrong with this case. I take a stab at the 6 in this race. All right, race 8. Race 1, solid 50 minutes before the pool closes. Race 8, we have 14 horse field. Ooh. You are what? You are Ian's best friend? Yes? Yeah, he says the GOAT, but I said that you and Ian are brothers, so there's that. So that's why you do so good, it's because you're such good friends. You guys talk so nice to each other all the time. Okay, the last race is a Derby qualifier. Left dirt, slot. 14 horses. That's fine. I'm going to get done with this last race, and then I'll send the link. I mean, you got to ask the people in the cartoon chat. Maybe they want to hear what you have to say. I have to see if Mr. B's around. He might have had an early bird dinner. Took a little nap afterwards. Just pass on the 1 for me. Not going to be what I look for. It does have some nice finishes in the last couple of races. The Derby qualifier. Fine dinner. All right, Benny the Dip. Fine dinner is 6th on the leaderboard. Poor Billy Super Dozer. I might have to try and get one on the board. Jesus. I don't think my 3-year-old is even close to good enough. Those races are too expensive for my likings. Yeah, it looks like 11, 12 is where it wants to be. 10 is, 12 for sure. If it was 12, we would probably put the horse right on a split. 10 is going to be too short. Horse will run forever. Half on the 1 for me, respectfully. The 2 are due at S-. We're going to pass on the S- here because this horse is relevant to discuss. His 9 starts at 10 furlongs, 5, 1, and 1. 7 for 9, and 11 for 15 on fall. This horse is good. This horse is very good. But I think this horse is going to run into a wood chipper. Okay. Got your qualifier. Good for you. Didn't run the race. Oh, the race is later this week. Yeah. Run up against the S's. Got mushed. Run up against the S's. You got mushed. Run against the S-, you're fine. Yeah, I'm going to pass on the S- in this race, respectfully. The 3, again, another one I'm going to pass on all around. 11 and 12 looks like where the damage is done, but this horse doesn't seem to be that well overall. 11 more than anything. Yep, fuck you. The 4, Sweet Chop, a firm prep horse with 1 win in 3 attempts at the distance and a win in 2 seconds in 4 attempts on the soft track. So the soft track numbers are pretty good. 1 for 3 at the distance is kind of disheartening. 11 looks like one of the more of the killer. Finish, stamina, firm pref, not the worst. Yeah, respectfully pass. The 5, 4 wins and 9 starts at 10 furlongs, 1 win and 2 shows and 4 charts at the soft condition. Okay. The 5 scantily clad is pretty solid. 10 furlongs or bust, literally flip a coin, and we'll see. I don't like that too much, but if there's nothing else in here that looks good, I guess we'll flip a coin and see. Keep the 5 on the flip for now. The 6, Infectious, the 2nd and the 3rd, and 5 attempts at 10 furlongs, a win in 2 seconds, and 3 attempts on the soft track. So the soft track number is good. Can't find the winner's circle at the distance. Is also 1 for 19 lifetime, so no inspiration for me there. The last however many races are on this board have all been pretty bad. No wins, pass on the 6. Prime Pellinor, 0 for 7 at the distance, a 2nd and 2 shows to go with it, a win in a 2nd and 4 tries. It's a firm pref horse. Another one, just getting mollywopped on the sloppy track. Has a win on soft. Has a win on sloppy as well. 4-horse field for the sloppy win. Yeah, I feel like 11 and 12, not 10, right? Yep. I'll pass on the 7. This race is kind of weak, so one of these horses might just pop up and be there. Hogan, the 8. 8 for 10 for the distance, 5 for 8 on the conditions. All right, it's an S against F pluses here, so it's going to be tough. 76 average, 77 average for 10 and 12. That's very good. Has wins other places. Where at? Up the ladder. Okay. Literally missed the podium 6 times in 27 starts. Very consistent. Hogan, the 8, could play spoiler. We're going to see a spoiler is probably going to come from there. The 9, 0 for, has 3 podiums on 6 attempts. Going to pass on it here. There's just better horses in here to choose from. Could play spoiler. Not in my book, though. Pork Belly, the 10. Did we have Pork Belly somewhere? Doughboy After Dark. Did we bet him there? Who did we bet in this race? Discharge. Free money discharge. Yeah. Pork Belly tried to play spoiler. 76 max for a second. Invitation, I guess, for the qualifier. Time before that. Of course, is very good at the distance and the condition. 5 for 11. 5 wins and 11 tries at the distance with a second. So better than 50-50. 2 wins and 2 places and 6 attempts on the soft track, with the numbers being very good. The averages on both are pretty solid. Pork Belly definitely game in this race. Benny the Dip, the current leaderboard, the current horse at the top of the leaderboard. 11 and 12. 11 or 12 more than 11. Wyatt Earp, Barbarity, all right. The Gen Zero still doing it. Yeah, less confidence at 10, but depending on how this race shapes up, it could be there. The 12, another one, very good. All right, so we have some killers in here, but can they get it done? 6 tries at the distance, 3 wins, a second, a third. 587, average is 78. That's very good. 2 wins and 3 attempts on a soft track. Of course, it's solid. 10 furlongs is a nice little spike. 11's a nice little spike. Finish, stamina, all that good stuff. Wolf could be in play as well. Did I shun Beetlejuice yesterday? That was the 4-horse race. I stayed out of that race. All right, now it's in a real race. The distance is no issue. The track condition is a coin flip with some bad averages. Has a big spike and some bad averages. Soft. 3rd out of 4th, soft. 3rd out of 7th, soft. 1 out of 7. Don't know if I'm going to be on the Beetlejuice side. And then top drawer, I'm going to pass on completely. Doesn't like 10 furlongs, and doesn't seem to like the soft condition. Where are you running? 12 and 11, I assume. Yes. All right. Pork Belly. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of horses in here that could win this race. Holy shit. 76. Hogan's in there. Prime Pellinor could play spoiler. Stanley Clyde is definitely a killer at the distance, but flip a coin if it's going to happen or not. Good job, no. All for 3. The S- is in super, super tough here. Fine dinner, I'm off of. So off the 1, off the 2, off the 3, off the 4. 5's the coin flip, but I think the race is tough enough that I don't want to flip that coin. off of 6. Prime Pellemore just doesn't have the win equity off of 7. Hogan has a very good distribution of stats. I don't mind this horse. Aloha from Hawaii. I'm going to be a coin flip that I don't want to flip. Pork Belly, another coin flip. May Dip just has the win equity up higher. I listen, Fiji. This horse wants to take my play. Beetle Goose could pop off, but too many 4-horse wins here for my liking. And I'm off top four, so I'll listen to Fiji. I guess Biggie. Hold that one, dummy. I'm gonna go with the 12 in this race. I don't mind Pork Belly as a play. I don't mind the 8 as a play. I think Elvis is the one for me. Fig, very good. I remember Fig. Lechon was good. I remember that one. I just think. Yeah, race 2 was tough. I settled on the S-. I don't think the A- is going to be good enough. It's still carrying. Honestly, it should be getting 2 less pounds, but that's not how it works for this type of race. The S could be tough as well. I like the S-. The 3, I think I'm on. Bless you. I'm going to be on. I want to put heavier, so I'm going to wait for the first couple races to get done and see if I'm dead or not. Shouldn't be dead. Yeah. 5 straight wins at the distance that it likes to run at. Like 10's the unknown. It has the result there. It obviously spikes at 8 and 9. Like those could just be the 2 towers, and then 10 is just a downfall. I think its 10 furlong result was actually kind of shitty too. So it was kind of a giveaway. Nah, finished middle of the pack. Could be there. It does like these allowances, so that's a good thing. I think it was a coin flip, but I think the S- and the S are just a little tougher. I don't know. Good luck, obviously. You should get decent odds on it. Yeah, we're gonna fade there. All right, so Sean David, what's up from YouTube? Just got done wrapping up the card. Gonna go grab a drink and a snack. And I'm gonna see if the King wants to come up. Yeah, it's even until you add the weight distribution, and that's where you find the goods and the bads. All right, I'll be right back, chat. Let me go. Ooh, the new Chicken Derby roadmap's out also, so I'm gonna look at that. I'm gonna get a drink. I'm gonna get a snack. Oh, coincidentally enough for you to say that. I don't know. I gotta figure that out. Also, they just put an announcement out for the roadmap, so I'm gonna look at that at some point when I get back. I am gonna grab a snack and more water, and when I come back, we'll discuss stuff, things. All right, be right back. All right. So when RBA is done with dinner, he'll jump up. And I guess we'll just generally. Hold on. Yeah. Is there anything else announced? No. Because now that I have time, I am going to read this Chicken Derby roadmap. I think this is it. So many updates getting dropped. I love it. For games that I enjoy. All right. What do we have for race 1? 25 minutes until race 1 closes up. So the 3 and the 5 are taking Derby. Perfect. All right. Roadmap quarter 3 to quarter 5. Quarter 3 so the next year. Perfect. Okay, we're excited to share the roadmap. Great. Communication key fixing. Love it. Updates. Okay, it's fine. They've always been, even with the old team, they were always pretty good with updates up until the last 7-8 months, I guess. Automatic race generator. All right, that's dope. Rolling out quality of voice improvements. Cool. Games automation. Perfect. Reviving exposure. Okay, yep. So can purchase. I don't need to know any of that. Breeding system. All right, so this is the only thing they haven't had updated with the breeding system. What we're doing. Launching an advanced breeding system that will allow you to create and preserve lineage. Okay, perfect. Breeding as strategic path, allowing players to create powerful bloodlines while maintaining long-term value of the chickens. Perfect breeding system will be developed in collaboration with the community to ensure we deliver the feature you want while ensuring that the chicken market remains balanced. Okay, cool. What you'll see, opportunities to breed new champions, maintain legendary lineage, and participate in robust marketplace driven by, okay, whatever. Just give me the breeding, because we haven't had that for about a year, I feel like. Revamp marketplace. We're relaunching the third marketplace as a safe and streamlined way to. Okay, I don't care about that either. I have chickens. I ain't buying none. smoother, safe way to manage. Okay, perfect. Class system and tournaments. Revamp class system and class-based rewards. Simplifying the class system, ensuring every chicken has a place to run while adding tiered rewards for higher, more prestigious classes. This will create a clear and more accessible racing system that pushes players to improve and compete at a high level. Well, you'll see a more intuitive class system that rewards progression and gives every chicken a chance to participate with more valuable rewards at higher tiers. Daily guaranteed tournaments. We're rolling out daily tournaments at guaranteed price pool, ensuring races run every day, regardless of the number of participants. Regular tournaments will increase excitement and ensure consistent competition for everyone in the community. What you'll see daily tournaments with guaranteed rewards, creating more opportunities. I said that in the first part, dummy. Race cancellation and refund. What we're doing. Introducing a system to cancel and refund races if fewer than 4 chickens enter at a set time. This prevents chickens and funds from getting stuck in unfinished races, improving race flow. Yep, okay, cool. Yep. Land. I don't give a shit about land. I'm learning about racing and breeding. New animal release. What? If the community and application are ready, we will introduce a new animal to race alongside chickens. What the fuck? Why? This new addition will maintain the quirky, fun style. Chicken Derby's fucking quirky and fun enough. We don't need more animals. It's Chicken Derby, not Animal Derby. Expanding the game's ecosystem and creating more engagement and earning up. Oh my god, if you fucking put dogs on this track, I swear to god. As we move forward, Chicken Derby, our goal is to create a stable, exciting platform that honors the community's enthusiasm while delivering the improvements you've wanted for years. You've been waiting for years. With our experience in the play-to-earn space and a strong track record for success, we're confident that together we can build something even bigger. Perfect. Roadmap is just the beginning. We'll continue to listen to the community, adapt based on your feedback as we roll out these exciting features. Getting around fucking chickens. Put another fucking animal on the track. I dare you. I'll burn my digital fucking chickens to the ground. So they got an update today. Podium put out an update today. Photo Finish put out a couple of announcements today. Where no breeding challenges we'll get to. Or breeding changes. Where the fuck is the simulcast thing? They didn't put it on here? I gotta go somewhere else to find that stuff? I guess if I have to. Yeah, I guess I have to. Hold on. Yeah, I saw that one. That's the breeding one. I got this. Engage, entertain, earn. Introducing Photo Finish Live simulcast. So target audiences are bars, even off-track wagering sites, but I feel like you'd have to compete with them already. They might not want an outsider coming in if they're not getting a cut. Casinos, obviously. Buffalo Wild Wings. Fridays, Ruby Tuesdays. Fucking Shake Shack. Dairy Queen. Walmart. Target. Gas stations. Probably put one in Buc-ee's in Texas. Get a couple of them in there. Truck stops for sure. Holy fuck! Probably no one even thought about truck stops. Strip clubs, steakhouses, cigar lounges. Oh, someone's writing this down. Where's Hammy at? I need Roaring Hammy so you can tag all these places on Twitter and let them know. All right, so let's see. Yeah. Cutting edge, blah, blah, blah. How it works. Roku simulcast. No purchase necessary. Utilize Photo Finish simulcast app to access and display 24/7 24/7 photo finish live races. Earn a cut of all the action and wagers placed at your venue. Okay. Interactive simulcast stations. Interact in an eye-catching virtual display. Interested in an eye-catching virtual display. I have dyslexia like a motherfucker. Install our state-of-the-art touchscreen simulcast station, enabling customers to play the ponies just as they would at a real-life horse track. Okay, yeah, obviously. Ooh, Dave and Buster's put one in that motherfucker. They probably won't accept it though. Revenue sharing partnership using the speed and efficiency of the Solana blockchain. All wagers are immediately settled and paid out to the winners and the venue. Get up and running and ready to earn within 5 minutes with zero cost to you. Well, I gotta fucking deposit money, so that is a cost. So I don't know if that part is accurate. I wonder if. Yeah, honestly, they might as well. I don't know how this touchscreen thing works, but they should definitely have a fucking David Buster's card to go with it. A PFL David Buster's card. PFL debit card. Keep all your precious Derby and Crown winning. That's probably next, honestly. Don't worry, they can forward me the check. Experience the future of virtual sports at Solana Breakpoint Gaming Village with photo finish simulcast station, an interactive 55-inch touchscreen where you can pick your winning Solana Derby horse. The Solana Derby is just a race. It's not more. It's just a race. Just a race. No one will remember it. It's just a race. It's the beginning of a new chapter in how we envision the future of spectating and betting on sport. No, it's just a race, bro. Sorry. I was saying Monday Night Football is more than just a game. It's the same game we see everywhere. A horse race is a horse race is a horse race. Obviously, I know you got to use words to jazz things up. You got to have the casino set up. You got to have the ATM/converter station all in one, so that way. Listen, man, you've been to Dave & Buster's. The only thing it doesn't do is pay you out in money. You get your Dave & Buster's card, you get your PFL card, you go to the machine, you insert and load up your card, and you're away at the races. Boom, we're done. Let's get in there. Global expansion, coupled with the launch of the worldwide mobile app, Photo Finish simulcast adds another layer of the game's playing to become an unmistakably globally recognized brand. Okay, cool. Whether you run a packed sports bar, local community hub, stream online, or are a pit boss at an international casino, Photo Finish simulcast is something for everyone. So what? I can set up my own thing because I stream online? So you're telling me? Hold on. Online content creators, let's see here. Sports and bars and restaurants. Keep customers longer? Depends. And increase sales? Well, come on. Now we're feeding addictions hand in hand. Alcohol and gambling addictions. Perfect. Dynamic entertainment experience by being one of the first venues ever to offer interaction with live virtual sports. Online content creators. Engage your audience with the live virtual horse racing content. Already do that. Host betting pool. They fill the pools, I host them, and earn revenue. I don't get shit. I'm trying to get this part. Let me get this part. Earn revenue through affiliate partnerships and sponsored streams. That's the part that I need to get on, because the other parts I do. We already do this, and we already do this for the most part. We just need to do this part. Casinos and betting shops offer a unique virtual twist. Imagine I go to the dispensary and I can just play the ponies while I pick up my my salads. I would never do that because I'm trying to get in and get out. One of the two, man. It's got to work. If it comes out after the app and we already have the player base, then that's probably fine. I don't know. It's obviously something in the right direction, because all the times I've ever asked Ian about it, I knew legal issues were behind it. but this is kind of like this announcement. I'm not gonna say bullish because that's just the thing to say, but it gives me a little bit more confidence that we're going in the right direction with the wagering. We need something for wagering. We needed it bad. We needed it a while ago, but obviously legal shit is legal shit, and that takes precedent. But this is a good thing. Obviously, like I tweeted earlier, instead of 25, 50 people, maybe, that take part in these pools weekly, we get 1,000x and then we're off to the races. Well, they did just make a change and they relieved Richie of his duties. So we'll see what happens after this. So next schedule, I believe, will not have any Richie fingerprints on it at all. Famous. I ain't getting shit for famous. Trust me, there's going to be a lot of other bozos out there that wear a fucking suit and tie and talk a little bit more proper and have a well-educated presence that'll probably try and take me out. But y'all just remember where you started, all right? That's all I got to say. Rule number 1, just we always get it back. Rule number 2 is... Fuck, what's rule number 2? I forgot it already. Oh, never forget where you came from. You can throw Doritos in chat, and I'll assume that's what it is. I don't discriminate or player hate. I accept all currencies of cotton. Hold on. I'll do one better. I didn't waste shit. Crockett said it was a good idea, so I minted it. There you go, Stens. There's a name. Silent Paul. Lock it in. Yeah, we've got plenty of appropriately named horses. You know what I mean? We got Dog Water, which is great, and then we have the Oracle 3.0, which is this horse is probably worth at least $20K Derby, even with the race record as it is. $20K Derby pretty easy just based on the name. All right, online platforms. Last one. Leverage our API feed to interrogate photo finish live directly into your website or app, bringing the excitement of real money virtual horse racing to your audience. Yeah, I want to get back to this part. I need this part. I like the online content creator part where it says engage with your audience, which I'm doing right now. We're engaging. Host betting pool. Yeah, we're doing that right now as well. So 2 out of 3 in pad. Now earn revenue through affiliate partnerships and sponsor streams. So I need to get... Yeah, I can get Victoria's Secret to sponsor my stream. That'd be pretty dope. Bang Energy is no longer a company, or else I would definitely say good luck. Good luck. I do ask him every week, though, every Monday and Tuesday for the most part. You coming up today? Hold on, let me think of sponsorships. I definitely got to get a salad sponsorship. That's for sure. How, though? Interesting. If only there was a way for that. Snacks. I got to get some sort of snack sponsorship. Ooh, maybe I can get Tasty Cake. Pennsylvania delicacy. Gotta start. Gotta start hunting them down. Gotta start hunting them down and figuring it out. Is that one we can get? Can we get that low? I don't think we can go that low. I got these C minuses. We can get pretty close. I was never a Foreman grill person. I always used it as a bootleg panini press. I never did like people always cook steaks and chicken and shit in there. I always used it as a sandwich press. It was just, that's what it was made for. If you're gonna fucking grill something, get a grill, all right? If you live in an apartment and you want to grill, get a little grill and go to the local park and grill. Don't buy a bootleg panini press. All right, yeah. So simulcast can be great. Other things have to work out for simulcast to be great. But like I said earlier on Twitter, if it fucking works, it's gonna work, and it's gonna be great. And instead of having to fucking nitpick through 6 and 8 horse fields, in theory we should have full fields every race if that's the case. Because I imagine by then, if we do pick up, this is all hypotheticals. If we pick up that 1000X, then some of that can start funding race pools as well. But yeah, it just has to work. You know what they say about people from Minnesota? You know what they say about people from Minnesota, Stens? I'll let you try and answer it real quick before I give you the answer. Where the fuck's the JJ at? What kind of dinner are you eating? And Mr. B passed out after his. All right, how long do we have until the first race? 5 minutes until the pool closes. There it is. You got it. He did it all by himself. Yeah, obviously. So we end up on 3, just under 4-1. Not too much in this pool. Again, now it seems more like 10 people wagering tonight. If we get 1000X 10 people, we're there too. That's crazy. We're 100% there. And race 2. Two, the 3, and the 8 are taking place wagers. The 3 looks like it's taking all. The 3 and the 4 has a sprinkle. 2 has a sprinkle. 8 has a sprinkle. If they ban me, then I have to go to kick, and I think on kick I can do whatever I want. I feel like I'm already tiptoeing the line with what we're doing here, but whatever. It is what it is. They can't police me all the time. Check this out, Sten. Oh, yeah. All right. What are we looking into now until RBA gets up and the first race fired? I didn't do any breeding in right dirt at all this season. I probably should have bred a couple, especially our mare that popped the S plus first time. We got enough horses. I can take a month off. I feel like it's fine. It's like there's no point in listing them because they're not going to sell. Yeah, I didn't breed a single mare right there. I wasn't lying when I said I wasn't going to do it. I'm a man of my word. I didn't breed a single one. Too expensive. I couldn't find a stud to bring in house to save a little bit of money. We had 2 S pluses in 2 months. I got an S plus next month. We have a ton of S's hitting. Like we have enough horses. I don't need more horses. I truly don't. But I wanted to breed at least the one that gave me an S plus on the first try. I mean, Narset gave us the S plus. I'm trying to figure out where the fuck it came from. Who's got a lucky roll up, I guess. Stamina. I guess Heart could have rolled up as well. It could have been a big boost. Finish. Yeah. I feel like it's just a fringe S plus. And I got hoed on the preferences a little bit. The 2.5 dirt turning into 1 dirt kind of fucking sucked. My law of averages, that is not the average. So I really wanted to run this breed back again with dead heat. But alas, we didn't. And what was the other one we got? Oops. And then the S mare gave us another. This one kind of makes sense. I really hope this horse is good. It would be nice to have a functioning S plus. She had SS Heart, which is great. S plus speed. He lifted stamina, finish, and speed. So we'll see what happens. I think we got an average roll in prefs. 2-2-1. We just moved to start. Yeah, I think the pref roll is actually kind of better than expected. So who knows? So hopefully it's an above average. I would like to have a good S plus for one. And by for once, just one. One would be swell. 10 minutes until go time. All right, I gotta order Dairy Queen. And then the only thing I did in the personal stables, I just bred my low-level mares in house. I got no money for all that shit. I retired this fucker late, or else I would have used him with my right turf mares in house because the stat reveal wasn't the worst. SS minus speed's kind of nice, but it does have jockey and fucking churro, but whatever. Axie Pass SS minus speed or B plus speed. That's actually pretty fucking sweet. I didn't notice that until now. Holy shit. What a wick. Thunderstruck. What are the odds Thunderstruck has the breed report for this horse? Legitimately has Axie's. Yeah. It's almost an identical version of Axie minus the SS minus Heart. It had S plus instead. Holy shit. Yeah, I didn't realize this. It's kind of dope. Anything else? A speed, SS minus speed, B plus speed. Wow. Interesting. Yeah, so I'll probably use him next month in house. But outside of that, the only mares I got bred were, I think it's 8 of them. The A- and A monsters are on their way, but outside of that, yeah, I didn't go too crazy. What's up, little buddy?
What's up, man?
Oh, you know, going over these bullish updates.
Dude, I mean, the betting stuff's cool. That's right up. I mean, that shit takes off. You're gonna be no longer a cook. You're gonna be selling picks.
Nah, I'll never sell picks.
No,
I'll never do that.
No.
Nah, I'm not that kind of person. I hate people that sell picks.
Yeah, I mean,
what makes you good enough? I mean, obviously, these track records are fine, but no, I'm just more concerned of. It's not even a concern. It's like if it does take off, my best night of 17,000 Derby won't be 17,000 Derby. It'll be maybe double or triple, assuming we get the player base to wager on them. Like just because the pools will just be giant. Hopefully, again, hopefully.
Yeah,
ship the link, Crockett, for me. I don't use Photo Finish Edge, but I do want to see that. Oh, check this shit. Did you see that? What the quote I had on stream just now?
Me?
Yeah.
I've been away. I had not seen it.
Look at this shit. So I just retired him the other day because he was done, but the mother has B+ speed. And he wicked SS-. He basically is a carbon copy of Axie, except for
like all the stats. Wow.
Yeah, this is I didn't notice the.
That's wild. B+ to SS- from mom.
I do have them documented. I have a year and a half. Actually, I have a year and a half worth of YouTube videos that you can go back and watch and document. What do you think you want? Why you got to rain on my parade, Stens? Good guy RVA comes up here and says nice things, and then you got to be just negative. I don't get it.
But no, I mean I think it's awesome. I think getting it to Breakpoint like with a bunch of Solana folks, but hopefully that announcement comes with like a bunch of people they've already talked to, right? Whether it's in the horse racing industry already or who knows, maybe Ian's like grandfather's best friend started B-dubs. Like I have no idea. Like maybe it's gonna be in every B-dubs right from the start.
I literally named off like 30 places where you could put them. You could put them in a fucking Walmart. Truck stops are number one, I think. Truck stops would be
Buc-ee's.
number one.
Put it in a Buc-ee's. Like
Buc-ee's. I said Buc-ee's too. Yeah,
billions of people walk there every day. Yeah, I mean, shit.
Truck stops. I feel like if you ever been to a truck stop and walk by the game room, it's always full of just fucking bored truckers just waiting to go on their next stop. They just can't legally gamble. But now you can just go to the casino if you're a trucker. But
I've seen some gas stations around me that have slots and shit now, and they're always packed. So like,
oh yeah, Top Golf. Yeah, it's another one. Top Golf too. Fuck.
Yeah.
The possibilities are endless, and like this is one of the things that like we essentially fantasized back with Zed was because when they had the Atari sponsorship or the partnership and the fucking Budweiser and NASCAR and all that bullshit. Except this could actually just. This already has the wagering attached to it, so it just works. But yeah, if it works, it's.
I still think that hopefully they'll come out with a better, like page for it. Like I mean, I've been in the game for 2 years, and it's still kind of confusing and not easy to like kind of look through. I think like a completely different spin-off of its own betting site would be dope to make it easier, but I mean baby steps, right?
Something's better than nothing, you know.
Sure, yeah. I mean, first of all, you gotta have people. You gotta have people willing to do it to redo it, right? Like with the number of users we have now, it would be crazy to spend all your time redoing the interface. But if you can get it in front of millions of people's eyes, then
there had to be something. I knew, and I always like whenever I asked Ian, like I always said, I know there's legal shit, and I know there's things you can't tell me. But he's slipped. I mean, he didn't slip up, but like he's let things like saying slip through the cracks. I mean, it makes it sound like he said something he shouldn't have. But like he's hinted, like when I asked about the exotic weight, like he's already has that stuff programmed in and can go live with it. So like I always knew there was something, but I always knew there was legal shit holding it up. But this actually is like reassures me that we could be onto something.
Yeah, which has always been like one of the reasons I've stayed bullish and was willing to put my money in and everything is like knowing that like once something is put in, like it's not going to get taken out or rugged or whatever in terms of like, oh shit, actually we got a cease and desist on this, or fucking Florida all of a sudden is like fining them millions of dollars or something like that, right? Like that's going to shut it down. So definitely appreciate that approach. It's not a fast one by any means, and it can't be just due to how the legal systems and everything work. But yeah, I mean, progress is awesome.
I've been to Topgolf once, and I was not upset with their pretzels and their cheese sauce. The $30 order of pretzels and cheese sauce, I was not upset with.
I was gonna say the only issues with Topgolf is the price. You spend so much money there, but yeah,
it's a trap, and you know exactly what the fuck they're doing there. If you go by yourself, it's a great time.
They
3 or more people, you're gonna be poor at the end of the day because you have to play at least 3 games, and one game takes an hour on its own with that many people. They're so smart.
They're so fast and like attentive as like service too. It's great. Like you never get an empty beer.
You buy a thousand TV.
No, the certificates got moved to opposite walls. I almost bought a horse mural for that wall, but never pulled the trigger. So
I was gonna say you should get a mural of better than shit, balloon arch, snowman, and the revolting blob.
Yeah,
on the back wall there.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Just like an actual abominable snowman. That would be cool.
That would be sweet too. I see you woke up from your nap. Let's go, Mr. B.
Look at him. Boomer doesn't know he's in yet.
He doesn't. I'm gonna take him off.
Oh.
You ready? You good?
Yeah, we can't hear you. You're muted or something.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so I need to. Wife signed off on it and everything, but never got the new mural.
It sucks you're so far down in Virginia because up in Saratoga there's an art store that has like hand painted murals of like Secretary and other like very good horses, and they would look pretty cool on that wall. Obviously they're expensive, but you can afford it.
Yeah, would be dope to like connect with like a real artist and get one like the pic like look at it in my I mean they're I think pretty basic looking because I think but all my horses have just like a black coat, nothing really to them. I don't even know. Yeah, Abominable Snowman's like a black with a little bit of brown. So like I feel like I could get somebody to draw something up like for not too crazy. Maybe go down to VCU and get an art student to do it for me, and I'll just buy them beer for instead.
You have to have friends that do art. Wow, that's an interesting overlook. Yeah, I had my friend who does street art. He came in and did my walls down in my basement, and his street art name was Mr. Bear. Now it's just Bear because he's more mature and grown up, so he's just a bear. But he did his logo. I got a piece of it right here. Oh, you can't see it because of the fucking green screen. Bullshit. But all the bears are just a collage. But anyway, that's his like. He'll do that bear in like different forms of whatever. But I had him do a Raiders helmet logo with the bear. He did a horse. He did like a little mini mural of my horse that won a race. Like he just fucking took the picture and basically hand drew it. Did a bunch of other shit down there too. It's pretty dope. But yeah, if you get someone who knows what they're doing, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But even if you don't, you just get someone who does proper art. It's still good too.
Yeah, it could be cool. Just I worry that like by the time they're done, if it was like a super long thing, like what if I wanted a different horse? What if I wanted to add? Kind of want something quick.
I got RVA. I can't get lucky one time. We're gonna get beat for second also. Welcome to RVA show.
Was I in that race?
I really hope not. Who the fuck was the 8?
You bet I'm a right there horse of mine? Why would you do that?
You don't have any.
Oh, I thought you said that I was in that race. I was like,
you might as well be in there.
I was like, good. I don't think so.
We got smited by Poseidon. Let's go. Fuck. Man. Who's the one? The one I like too, but I like the fucking 5 more. I suck. See, who wants to buy my picks? 50% of the time it works, 50% of the time it doesn't. You had the 8, yeah, good for you. Everyone likes the Poseidon side except for myself. Lev got it, good for y'all. I'll just go fuck myself. Yeah, and I guess then the other, I guess we gotta wait for Mr. B to come back if he fixes his fucking setup, because I'm sure he'll want to discuss the breeding update as well, where it doesn't really bother me too much. I assume there was going to be changes. It's also nice to get a 2-month heads up. That was pretty swell of them.
Yeah, it's already been 2 months since they originally floated the idea. It was I went back and looked. The original poll was on 7/10, so it was exactly 2 months to the day, I guess.
They had a lot of things to
and then we got another. Yeah, and we got 2 seasons until it implements, I guess. So, or 1 full cycle before it implements. If I was a betting man, I'm obviously not. I don't think that's going to be the final version.
Probably not.
I think there's a lot of holes that can be poked in it. I went back on Discord, like I said, to figure out when they originally posted this, and I saw Paul Fleetwood had actually proposed this exact scenario in like the banter after. So like he gave his original poll. This was not an option on it. And then like within 10 hours, he had reposted this as like, what if we did this? And then 2 months later, he went ahead with his own idea. So, I mean.
Yeah, it
doesn't feel like it got much thought after he proposed it, is my little teaser there. It doesn't feel like it got any holes poked in it from an internal, like when they were thinking about it. It was kind of like, hey, people will be happy with this. Why don't we just do this?
I think I saw that. I was trying to find it to look at it because back then, like, I wasn't immersed like y'all were. My audio is working fine. I watched the screen. It didn't seem to be working when I want to. Try again right now, Mr. B. Maybe it was something on my side. Or maybe they blocked you. Yeah, I wasn't in depth with the wrong Paul and all the team members. I didn't know them like that. Like, obviously, I was just playing in beta. I wasn't immersed like y'all were. Y'all had, you guys were in deep. So you knew shit.
Well, this is actually the same Paul that's still here. This isn't the Paul that left.
This is
not attacking by any means. Just saying. I went back and looked at the sequence of events, and
Stens is not. I don't think Stens is ever wrong
tonight.
I don't think Stens is ever wrong in his assumptions ever. Never has been wrong. I don't think.
No, I just pointing out kind of this wasn't something that came out of nowhere. It was literally proposed as like kind of a secondary outside of the original poll of breeding. So if we look back at the original poll. Where is it?
You'll forgive me as I order my Dairy Queen.
The original poll. I don't know if it might not have had anything for in-house and all that, but
You'll forgive me as I order my fucking Dairy Queen. Yeah, if you have screenshots and stuff that you want me to pull up, just send them to me and I can pull them up.
So basically, they said the minimum price now is $50, which means if you bred with your own horse, it would be 10.
Oh yeah, that is crazy.
And then,
Mr. B, close the stream.
I say
mute
the Twitch.
Sounds like he's shaving. I don't know why.
Okay,
Hold on. I heard you. Say something. It sounded echoey, but I heard you there. There was no
Yeah.
bugs.
It started to come in.
I heard I blame Stens. Did Mr. B say that? Two plus two. Fuck, we lost him. He's senile at this point. Ian doesn't want Mr. B speaking right now. That's crazy. He knows. Try and say something, Mr. B, just so I know on my side. Say a word. Close the stream so that way you can't hear me.
I just messaged him to see if he'll try to talk.
Oh, it's not. I can't hear anything. So,
You can't hear, but I can hear you. He can't hear us, but we can hear him. Edit mic settings. All right, never mind. I'll just leave. All right. I guess we'll go back to what you were saying before. I was trying to get Mr. B in here to say some words.
Yeah, I don't have to rehash it with him, but
Oh,
so
we were on the breeding and then
Yeah.
not changing and holes getting poked.
I'm pulling up the article on a different one so I can look at it. But
All right, so nice stars. You got 6.5 to 1 on. That's fucking great for everyone except
So-
for me.
so if we read through, sorry, do you want to do a betting thing? You could talk.
No, I already have all my wagers in. I just want to have the race up in the back and the
Gotcha.
back end. But if
Um,
you have that screen up and you want to put it on screen, I can share your screen or send it to you.
No, it's just the article they put out today. I was just gonna like kind of compare and contrast kind of the original.
Let me see if I can find so that way I can have it up so people know what you're talking about. Announcements. All right. So what we are discussing right now is this jargon. All right. One more time, Mr. B. Let's go.
all right, I'm doing it on my cell, so it should be good now.
So you can hear us?
I can hear you. I was able to hear you when I watched the stream, but when I go in through the, the StreamYard, it just wasn't working.
Did you piss someone off at the nursing home? Poker player wanted me to ask.
Yeah.
Cool. Escape his nurse. Jeez, that's rude.
Oh yeah, respect your elders, poker player, or else I'll have to ban you for about 5 minutes.
How much older than poker player am I anyway?
I have no idea. Do Scotsmen age like that? I don't know if they age like that. All right, so before you came in, Mr. B, we were discussing the simulcast update. Obviously, I think it's good if it works. Where do you sit on that?
Yeah, I think with most things, I think they're good ideas, and we'll see how it plays out. So, yes, if they get more eyeballs on this game, that's only a good thing.
Yes. Okay. So we all agree on that. Simulcasting can be good if done properly. Heard.
For sure.
Yeah.
Right.
But
I think that's the first thing we've all agreed on. That's pretty
I
good.
think it's the first step. I think it's like only one of the first things too that's to come. I think there will be more along with it. I guess is my like inclination. Like I don't think they're just going to say we have this, but we have nobody to give it to, right? So I think there's going to be another announcement with it. Is my prediction. I guess you can say, like we have this and we talked to X track and it's going to have it, or this, whatever, somewhere it's going to be live.
Hooters. Put them in Hooters, yo.
Yeah.
I forgot to put that one on the list.
So that would be my guess is that not its own standalone. There will be more.
It might sound mean, but throw these motherfuckers in some nursing homes across the country. Where the pension check's gonna go if they ain't got kids?
Let's rob those retirement funds.
Yeah, we're not robbing.
Or make it so they can upgrade because
We're helping them. We're stimulating their minds. They're staying active. They're doing math. Like that helps. I gotta stimulate my head every once in a while, but
that's just
yeah. It sounds like it's going to be able to be done without crypto, ish.
that was the big thing too. Can it be done without crypto?
For sure.
But they already had credit card deposits, so I figured that was fine.
Yeah.
This
So
was
we pull up the article on the breeding fees.
okay.
I was just trying to compare and contrast like what they came up with versus what's they originally teased. And so we now have two things that changed, right? Like the percent and who gets charged the percent. So breeding as the mare side will get cheaper because you won't be paying the 20%. And then the 25% gets passed along to the stud owner, which makes sense because they're not risking anything. And you can just raise your price if you want to get to a certain, dollar, I guess, amount into your bank account. Whether other people follow and prices of studs actually rise, I don't know. Like maybe S horses go up 25% to cover so you can still make $50. I don't know. I doubt it. But I think that's kind of what they were alluding to here. They say they're not ready to remove the graded minimum for floor, but they think that they can allow a lower effective price as a step. I don't think so. I think your A horse is still going to cost the same as an S horse, which is pretty flawed and has been for a while. I also think that we need somewhat of a floor, or people will literally just backdoor kind of fees, like getting 5 fees. So they would either need to make it to where you automatically always pay a certain percent or dollar. So that's the big changes there, which the percent change wasn't really the thing that was proposed 2 months ago was literally just like a minimum price. The minimum fee was either 10, 20, 15, or $40 or whatever. There was no talk of should we make the stud pay the 20% fee, or should we raise or lower that fee? So that's kind of completely different from what was originally proposed. What are your thoughts on that? Yeah, that's fair. We do. People offer bulk discounts. I've offered them. I've gotten them. 100% part of the game for sure.
Mr. B, I did turn your volume up in my StreamYard. Let's see if it works when you talk. You're muted.
What happened to his phone?
Now you can't hear me at all?
No,
Yeah, we got you now.
Okay. This is what happens when you turn like 80. You just don't know how to use technology anymore.
Good. Just don't learn how to use the withdrawal button, only the deposit button. He must be on push to talk or something, because it doesn't make sense that we can
Every
hear
time you back up, it turns off the volume. Every time you lean back, nothing comes through. Oh my god. Oh my god, what a catastrophe.
I might just have to go.
No, there you are. All right. I'm not gonna fuck with it. I feel like I did something that time, and I'm done. I'm done touching stuff.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
Don't mess with it.
So I think the change about increasing the percentage everyone expected, and I think that's a welcome change. If they're truly going to kind of put a little more tax on the breeding and put it into the racing, I think that's a good thing. I know Stens has been proposing that since, I don't know, before I even knew who he was, I think. So I think that makes sense. And I haven't really seen any complaints with that, other than, people don't like it's coming out of someone's pocket, right? It's coming out of the breeders' pockets, the people that have the studs. But I think it's kind of like everyone expected they're going to make these changes, and they probably should have made that a while ago. So I'm not necessarily happy about it in the sense that it's good for my pocketbook, but I think it's a change that probably made sense.
Right. Yeah. So they then further go on to say that basically 20% race rake is probably not going to be here forever. And this is an attempt to be able to still fund stuff by taking 5% more from breeding. and take a little bit less with the profit boost races. Where those are currently are what claimers, handicaps. They're 6+ races. It's not anywhere where it matters. So we'll be interesting to see if our G1 is going to be 10% now. I don't know.
Well, at this point, the G1s are like pretty much mostly free rolls, right? Other than
yeah. So our G2 and G3s, which they get the extra crown, but again, that's they don't have but so much crown, right? Like eventually, like they'll run out or have to do something. But
I think if they put more emphasis to make good horses and you reward good horse for racing, particularly 4-year-olds, not so much 3-year-olds, that's a good thing. The more they take the focus on winning a major, and that's pretty much the only way, you're going to have a good season or a bad season with the top horses is like doing well in the majors. And then you got to get lucky on the weather and happen to be the right distance preference and happen to have just a little bit of racing luck that day. So there's just too much focus in terms of the stimmies, if you will, in 12 races and as a 3-year-old. So I think from a standpoint of breeding, like you want people to breed good horses and you want to be able to race horses when they're older. So if they shift some of that money from the breeding into creating, better races at the top after the 3-year-old year, that would be good. And I don't mind them experimenting with the 6-year-old races and all sorts of things. That's fine. I don't have to like all of the things that they're doing. And, as long as they're trying stuff and if it works, great. And if not, they try something else. And yes, as a start to kind of lower the race rate, it's got to come from somewhere. And if it comes out of the breeders, the studs, then I think that makes sense, assuming they end up using it wisely. The other part of the change, honestly, I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. I honestly don't know whether they're trying to make it easier to do like private breeding or they just don't understand the math. I don't know which one it is. But I don't even understand it because there's 3 horses in the entire population right now whose stud fee is high enough that you would even want to private breed with them, right? So there's Commerce, Comet, there's Big E, Exoticus. Is there even a third one right now that was more than 40K?
No.
Okay, so it's 2 horses, and maybe next season there's that Exoticus Junior or whatever, and maybe there'll be a couple of more SS minus horses, okay, that might charge more than 40K. So why are you making these cockamamie convoluted changes to the whole private breeding when it affects 2 horses? Just raise the private breeding fee or just get rid of it entirely. And if they want to do private breeding, they pay 25% of whatever their public price is, and that's it. Yeah. I don't know what they're coming up with. Last season's fee, you multiply for the same grade as if every horse that's an S horse is the same and every S plus horse is the same. That's just stupid. And then you put 20% on top of that. So you're effectively paying 30% of whatever the average price of the studs.
It's crazy, right? Like we know how much stuff changes from season to season, right? Like Big E went from selling a bunch of covers at 120K to like, way less. Saying like Commerce Comet got like 1 or 2 this time versus like multiple the season 4. It's a problem for only 2 horses. Something should have been changed 12 seasons ago, not in season 19. It was very obvious that it was costing insane discrepancies in amount of fees paid. It only ever was a thing because people were mad that we bought assets in Gen Zero tickets that we had to hold forever. So we bought them at the top of Solana prices. And then the longer and longer we went, these assets became less and less and less. So Ian threw the community a bone and was like, we won't charge you as much to breed with your own shit because you basically had to fund like the starting population. Like I get that. But like now it's like just because you own the horse, like you don't deserve to breed with it for free. Like that's just a crazy thing. We know the whole game runs off of fees generated. because you bred the horse, whether that's luck or skill or whatever you want to call it, lucked into the first horse with a global grade, like that doesn't mean that you should only have to pay $100 to breed with it. That's crazy. Like the time to fix this was months ago, and now you're fixing a problem, like you said, that's only affecting 2 total horses in the entire population. While on the flip side, the math now doesn't work out to where third time generates more fees. They're going to generate less fees than they will. So we're talking about 9 covers that skirted the fees before by charging $100 instead of 25% of list. So do the math on that. That's how much they're gaining in fees. Instead, you have a great horse. His name's He's the Boss. He was 16,000 Derby in the barn. You hit it, I don't know how many times internal. I'm guessing at least 15.
Not even.
Not even? Okay. Well, either way, that's one example of a horse that you were paying 20% of $200, right? So you're paying $40 to hit this horse. Going forward, you would have paid $15.
Yep.
Right? So, and you get to bypass the fact that nobody else can or can't hit it. So if you did have 35 horses that could have hit it,
yep.
The whole thing that they put in 3-4 months ago to where, oh, we're going to stop flash breeding. You can't take all of your covers cheap. Guess what? That's gone.
Yep.
So all you small stables out there who hate big stables, guess what the team just allowed big stables to do? 100% breed cheaper with the best horses in the game and guarantee that nobody else touches that blood. That's what your in-house breeding solution was. I went back and looked in Discord, and Paul Fleetwood came up with this idea like the next morning after his original poll, and just like said, what if we do this? And then obviously 2 months went by and they poked no holes in that. It took 10 minutes for me to say, last week I have a horse that cost me 20% of 10,000 Derby to hit. I paid more last week than going forward. And guess what? I could have taken all 35 and never let anyone else touch it.
Yep.
Took me 5 seconds to understand that. Like the math doesn't work. It helps me. I should be happy, but it's a terrible long-term solution for the game. I mean, just mind-blowingly bad. And the thing that makes it so much worse to me is just like the fact that after 2 months, it's like none of these concerns were thought of by the team. Like that's what's concerning to me, because you were too slow to implement something on the front end in terms of making this in-house breeding change where people were paying $100 while people paid $3,000 in breed fees plus 20% on top to breed with the same horse that somebody was paying $100 for. And now you make these changes that actually makes it 100, all based on an average that's stale and based on a global grade, that it doesn't mean shit. He's the Boss is basically the same stats as an SS minus. If you owned both of those horses, you would pay $31,000 less Derby just because it has an S plus stamped on it versus an SS minus. That's crazy. All because a bunch of community members have adopted what large stables have done from the start, get an in-house stud, hit it 25 times, pray you get one good horse, which drives up the average cost of that grade. Everyone's using a 4,000 Derby horse, but the people who own these horses that are at the top of their grade now get a massive discount and can guarantee that nobody else can touch that horse. So it's just super concerning. Like,
let me just clarify. So you're saying you don't think it's a good idea?
On record, I will admit that I think it's a god-awful idea. That I would bet you, I will make a friendly wager with you right now. 3 Abominable Snowman breeds for life if it goes in place as is.
Well, that's what I was about to say. The one good idea about this is it wasn't announced on the Friday before season 21. They have announced 5.5 weeks ahead of time.
Got plenty of time to poke holes in it. That was the purpose of coming up here and talking to it.
Right.
I've posted a couple chats in the Jockey Club. I responded to Paul's original message. Hopefully he checks Discord, or Bryce will get it to him. but I don't think anyone in the team's on this chat right now. But like, it's just pretty damning that like you would come up with this solution. Like, there's zero positives to it. The only positive is that the person with the SS minus doesn't pay $100, but from the whole rest of the spectrum of like the dominoes that fall afterwards are worse than the current system.
Yeah, it's very simple. Get rid of private breeding. It's 25%.
There should be no way to guarantee that you keep 100% of the blood of your stud.
Oh,
You know how you do that? You overpay 25% of what nobody else will pay.
correct.
If you want to say list it for $5,000 and pay 25% of that, and then that's what you feel, but make us decide what we think the true market value of a horse is and roll with it. Because as soon as somebody gives you $5,000 and you're like, shit, somebody else got my blood. Well, guess what? You should have been happy to get $5,000 for that blood.
Well, you know, it's funny. I mean, we spoke with, Tomcat. I don't know whether to call him Tony or Tom, about when he priced Exoticus the first season. He priced it at $5,000.
And he said, if somebody takes it, that's the only price that I'm willing to be okay to not get my advantage for using the horse.
Right. And that made perfect sense. And a couple of people paid $5,000.
Yeah.
And the rest of them he did in turn, but he only paid $100. Now you had to pay $1,250. Then it becomes a little more interesting calculus. Okay, what do I really want to charge? Do I want to charge $5,000 and pay $1,250 internally, or do I say, you know what, maybe I don't want to charge that much because I'm going to do most of the covers anyway. So maybe I charge $2,500 and I'm getting them for $500.
Yeah.
Assuming it was 20% then. So the point is, and we're only talking about a couple of horses. So why come up with this cockamamie, convoluted thing to solve a problem that doesn't really exist? And it's an easy fix to the problem. The easy fix to the $100 problem is just don't allow a flat internal private breeding fee, period. It's just treated like every other horse where it was 20% and now it'll be 25%. And that's it. Problem goes away. Now, you could argue a separate thing, whether you should have the 25 or 20% in-house thing for public breeding, but that's a separate argument that one could have, and what the right solution to that is. But this one doesn't make a lot of sense. The good thing is 6 weeks until the start of season 21. So maybe this was more of a trial balloon. And so it does make you question their critical thinking skills, that you and I could look at that and in 5 minutes say, well, what the hell? Like, what were they thinking of here? And not realizing the consequences of it. So maybe they've realized it, but if they're trying to raise revenue, why would you do this, which is actually going to cost them money? So
which again, I'm not trying to like grasp at straws here, but literally in the article it says like the reason they're changing it is because of the loophole created in terms of fees generated by third time. However, those fees that they're losing on for 2 horses total are going to be blown out of the water by the amount of in-house based on a dumb average. Like, I'm actually shocked. Like, I don't know that there's not a place that you can like audit this very easily, right? But there's no way that the average A- breed cost was like 4,005 Derby. That just seems like such a made up number. Like, what A- got hit for more than 4,000 Derby to set that over even 4,000? Like,
was there some early on? Like,
well, it's only for last season. So if you
look, only for last season,
let's see. So if you go to breeding,
I was gonna say, I remember in the early seasons, people were hitting like, I'm not gonna. I'll use the best sprinter in the game as an example, but it probably wasn't him. Like Groot, could potentially have been in for like 20K and got hit. But I feel like there were some A- and A studs that were priced high and people actually used them. But the game was a different fucking game back then.
Right, like, so you can go out and check. Like, that's the cool thing about this. But like, I just scrolled through all the A with breeds.
God damn, dude,
who's hitting me?
And while we're looking, there was a third change, right? There were 3 things. There was the
Yeah. So there's not that many A- horses that got action in the barn last season. I just literally scrolled through all of them, and not a single one of them charged more than 4,000 Derby. So how the hell can your average be 4,005 Derby? Like, it just like it's things like that. Like, I couldn't back into the numbers of the SS minus, right? I counted up the two covers that Exoticus had. I count, unless we're counting internal, but that would bring the number down below 4,000, not above.
Are they counting it with tax, the 4,800, or like, would that make sense? I guess I don't think that makes sense
No,
either.
I wouldn't think that would be included. The 20%.
I don't know. The time trying to figure out how they came up with it is almost irrelevant.
Right. So that's like my other concerning thing is like there's a couple of these that are very easy to spot check. The SS minus and the A minus. There's not that many A minuses that got hit. I get 5 derbies, not like a big deal in terms of like what it would cost to go in house, and nobody's obviously probably going in house anyway on an A minus. But it's just like those things that's like check your work or like prove it out somehow. Like, don't just say this is the number. Like, have a database that shows us. Like, let us export every single breed at cost that happened. You know, like that's the kind of things I want as a community member. If you're going to make a change like this, I will be much more. I don't know what the right word is.
Hold on, man. I can help you. What are you looking to say?
What's that?
I'm an encyclopedia. What are you trying to say?
I'm much more receptive of these changes. If there was like, if I felt like there was any kind of holes poked in it, like you might be thinking about this. This is why this is still a good idea, but there's not. It's literally problem statement. 2 horses were allowed for 8 months to skirt the fees on in-house breeding. Now we're going to make the change when it doesn't matter, and it's actually going to cost us earn us less money. Like it's so like that's why I get frustrated when they do these announcements with changes. They don't guide us or tell us why they're doing something and why what they did. Here's the 5 most common things that you might find issue with, but this is why it's actually not an issue. Like they don't go to those steps. So that's why we all freak out, because they don't think through at the same level as us of these changes and how they impact things. Like I said, it took 5 minutes for me to understand all the money, all the in-house breeds that I did last month, because I don't price my studs at min, would have been cheaper. Like, took me 0 time because I play the game. I spend the fees. They don't.
Yep. Well, like I said, once again, the good news is they posted it today, and I would agree with you. I'd be very surprised if they went through this way, unless their actual goal was to make it cheaper for me to breed. He's the boss. In which case, I guess I can say thank you, but I can't imagine that was the goal.
No, I mean, it literally says like they want to avoid the loophole so that they can collect more fees, but they're not going to. Like they should have been able to do that math.
They want more fees. Keep it at 25%, like the change they made.
Yeah,
and get rid of private breeding. Boom.
It's just crazy it's crazy they couldn't say show us all the mares that were bred with a stud that's in the same stable, and then do the math of what they would be losing out on based on these bullshit averages. Like the fact that a B horse would charge 700 less Derby, only 700 less Derby to breed with a horse who's literally like not worth a dime in the game in terms of stud value. A B stud will charge 700 Derby less than he's the boss as an S plus because of this system that they created. 700 Derby less. Now, granted, is anybody using an in-house stud and making it private with a B? No, but it still just shows how flawed their thinking is in these averages. It's crazy.
Have you checked with Sage?
Yeah, Sage might still. Maybe he's still hitting his B4 match Gen Zeros. I don't know.
I think
shouldn't be. But like that's crazy, right? Like 700 Derby. We're talking not even a fucking entry fee to a handicap is the difference that you get charged in an in-house breed with potentially the best horse in the game for its archetype an S plus, because many of them don't have SS minuses yet, as a B colt. That is crazy.
Well, it's more the fact that you take it private. Okay. So it's not even what you're paying. It's the fact that you're now being able to do that at a
Yes. And not pay the exorbitant amount more.
Exactly the flash breeding problem that they finally solved. And now they're effectively recreating that.
On purpose. Yeah. Purposely saying you don't even have to try to price it to where no one else will use it and pay the fees. Right. So I could have still priced Abominable Snowman at $35,000 or Derby this season, and nobody would have hit it because he's not worth that much anymore, right? But I could have done that, and it still would have been cheaper than in-house breeding because that break-even point is $40K Derby. So you're not even forcing the owner to say, where can I price this and still keep all my blood? You are literally giving me an out of saying you can control this 100% for a fucking hell of a lot less than you could before, except for 2 total horses in the game.
Well, take a look at, I think Spence has a horse, Mars. Okay, so it's a 99.23 LTS, right?
Yep.
I think it's 10K, but he prices it at like 99.99 or something like that.
The Sten special.
Yeah. He thinks he used to work at a 99-cent store or whatever. So he put it public. It got, I don't know, 4 or 5 covers at 10K. Okay. And then the next day he ran train on it and he did all his breeds. He waited 24 hours. Anyone who wanted it could hit it. And then he hit it like 30 times himself. Okay. Nothing wrong with that. But he paid 10K now. So he paid 20% of that, right? Next season, it would be 25, 2 seasons, it would be 25% of that. But under this scenario, he would pay 1,800 under just at 25% with no, private or whatever, he would be paying 2,500. So he'd be saving 700 a breed on 30 breeds right there. Okay.
And doesn't have to wait 24 hours and doesn't have to allow anyone else access to that stud.
Right. So he doesn't have to risk that anyone else is going to hit it. He can just price it. He's paying, if it was 6,000 or whatever, he's paying 1,900 to hit that. And then even if you were worried about stuff like that, you could do all the stuff internally and then you make it public. And if people pay it, they pay. And if they don't,
right, you don't even have to take all 35. If you want to just guarantee that you got 20, you don't have to wait whatever 10 minutes times 20, whatever that is in hours. I don't know, but you don't even have to wait that amount of time. You can just say, boom, 20 are gone. Now everyone else can have at it. Like,
Stan took 33 of Mars breeds this month.
It's weird.
Sparky's still breeding all his Gen Zeros, just to let you know.
They actually came up with a good solution. Like the thing that they have with the first 24 hours, a 10-minute cool down, it's a little bit of a pain in the ass, but it actually solved the problem. You really can't game it, okay? The horse is public. If you want to run train, you can, but you have to wait 24 hours. So if you misprice that and other people want to hit your horse, they're going to hit it. And
you can only get as many in 10-minute intervals as you want.
Right. So it effectively stopped that. It certainly means you have to price it if Sten's priced that horse at 4K, right? It's going to sell out, and he's not going to be able to get that many covers himself. So he had to kind of figure out, okay, I need 30 covers internally. I don't care if people hit it 5 times. What's the price that? And he did it, and it works out. Now you're effectively telling him you don't have to play that game. You can just pay a cheaper price. Don't have to worry about anyone else hitting it, and boom. So once again, I don't think they thought it through. And as JJ's saying, I think one of the things they miss is they don't play the game. So their initial thinking is they just don't approach it from the way that people that actually do the breeding would. That's why the JJ and I kind of saw it right away, because we actually have horses. He has Abominable Snowman. He's the boss, and we were like, wait a minute, this would be better for us, and we could immediately see that. And whereas if they don't really have that, they kind of go down.
They only thought about the 4,000 listed horses. They said you'll pay more for a horse that you hit of your own that is listed for 4K. They didn't think about, and those aren't the good horses,
right?
So that doesn't matter. It's the horse that's one fucking pubic hair away on a radial from being an SS minus that now gets a 30, even if this system stayed, gets a 31K Derby discount because it has a global. You can't say that there's no minimum based on grade and then charge a minimum based on grade for internal breeding. That's a broken system. The only reason those averages are what they are is because you have a fucking artificial floor by zero, but just at 4K. No grade, not grade involved at all. So if you want to say all S plus horses are the same, why not just go ahead and say, we're going to charge you fucking 12,000 Derby, no matter how good or bad your S plus is. Like, why use the actual market data? You're at this point deciding what that market data is for everything except for two horses. To look at the chart that they posted in that article and literally look and say 1900, 1500, 1300, 1250, 1250, 1250, 1200, 1200. To understand that the type of horse and the quality of horse that's going to come from those studs does not align at all with those fucking numbers, and it wasn't thrown out after that, like I don't know what to say. I don't know what else to say. Like, this is why we got mad at Richie for schedule when there's two different types of maidens that get repeated a million different times. This is why we got mad at Richie when you run a Kingmaker series but don't check to see that the qualifiers for it are fucking 17 furlongs off of what the Kingmaker race is. These are things that when you push these changes onto the community, you have to poke every single fucking hole into them, or we're going to be pissed, because that's just bad. Like, there is no way that you can say, yeah, we feel good about using these averages because, oh wait, everything is 4K. Like, there's not a difference between 1900 and 1500. There's a huge fucking difference between a dog shit S and the best S plus colt. Like, it's just, I don't know. I feel like I've gone on too long now at this point, but
Yeah,
like,
I think we've made our point.
it's just very frustrating. And again, full disclosure, I would benefit greatly from this.
Good luck, Mr. B. You want me to mute him? I'll mute him.
I would save money and I could just protect anything I wanted to. Like, would benefit me 100%. But I don't want that. I want what's good for this game long term, and this is not it.
Oh.
And that's my closing remarks.
To be fair, and I was taking a moment of silence while you were yammering there, but rest in peace, Richie. Or, as I said on the stream for a couple times, I'm sure respectfully, good riddance, Richie. Sorry.
Yeah, it's the same issue.
On the fucking new.
The same issue that the JJ just brought up, in that they don't. And one of the biggest criticism of Richie is this: it's the same thing. They don't understand, like, the changes that they make, and it kind of shows a lack of thinking. Kind of, okay, how does a person who plays this game going to approach this schedule, and they just miss some of these things, and that was Richie's. It just showed, like, okay, he doesn't understand this. He might be the world's greatest data person. I don't think he was, but if
pretty good with colors.
Whatever, he's gone. There's no reason to dance on his grave.
Ken's wants him back. Hashtag bring him back.
Yeah, the whole thing. Like, are we making some assumption here on our side as well? For sure. Do we know exactly how everything's going to flow out? Absolutely not. But when your problem statement in your article is there was a loophole in breeding that was costing us breeding fees, so we made this change. That's why I get the way I just was, because you were saying this is why we did something, and then I can easily tell you that you were going to make less money with this change, like, very easily.
Yeah, it's twofold. There's that, number one. Number two, it's not really even a problem. It
wasn't even the time. The time to do this was after the very first SS minus spent $100 to make their offspring, when everybody else was paying 20% on top of $5,000. That's when you're like, oh, maybe this is a pretty big loophole. Like, that was the time. So,
but at this point, I don't know what you even get out of private breeding. Like, there's just no reason to have it. It's 25% for every horse. Problem solved. The two horses, okay. That's it. Game problem solved. There's no reason to come up with this cockamamie thing. It just makes no sense. But whatever. Like I said, I think that the first change, the first part, which we haven't really spent a lot of time talking about, increasing to 25% is probably a step in the right direction, provided it goes to make effectively lowering the racing rate and making it more advantageous to race horses. And if they continue on that, vein, then that's a good thing. And this thing about the private breeding, it's actually not the world's most important issue, but the reason why the JJ and I get upset about it is because it's just like it just shows like sloppy thinking and a lack of understanding of what they're trying to do that actually kind of offends our sensibilities, even though in the scheme of things it's not that important. It's just like
it's not. Like I said, I would save money during it. I think it's just a bad route to take it. But yeah, I think my last plea, if the team ever were to watch this, but hopefully they don't because they don't want to listen. I've already, posted it in text, so they don't need to hear me actually rant. But when you make changes, state the problem, tell us why, what problem you're trying to fix, how you're going to fix it, and then also go that next step and just say, you might be wondering about X, Y, and Z, and we thought about X, Y, and Z, and this is why we still want to do it. Like, the blogs have to get better, and I'm just glad that we have 7 weeks or whatever it is now before this goes, because I think there's just way too many holes for this to actually go live the way that it is. Do we want to move on to the last point for execs breeding reports?
Yeah, let's.
I want to ask either of you if you've seen Commission's take on the breeding update.
I try not to read and think of others' opinions before I just spew on for an hour. So no, I have not.
But I'm always up for.
You want to bring it up? Is it a tweet? Do I need to go look?
It's a tweet. It's got I can bring it up and we can look at it. I just didn't know.
It. Or react live. Or react live.
Yeah, we can. I mean, it's been out for an hour now, but it is what it is. Oh, wrong one. Fuck. Hold on, let me find it. Here it is. Yeah, before the cartoon picture chat and other stuff going on, the breed reports, I guess. All right. Oops.
All right. Let's break down.
Let me see if I can get this in here right.
Oh my God. I actually agree with Kamish. This is problematic. I might have to change my opinion entirely now. Kamish is actually just, yeah. All right. This is shocking. Kamish actually making good sense. Well, I don't know what's going on.
I mean, so Sowers agreed with this post as well. So I don't know if that gives you an indicator if hell's freezing over.
Me and the JJ all agreeing. Oh my God. What are the odds of that?
But yeah, I some of the stuff I didn't go over the whole thing with it. I just didn't know.
Let's read the private breeding changes. This is where. Okay, these changes are wildly overcomping a very simple solution. Why had dynamic pricing done yesterday when breeding effect? Yep. Stud owners list their studs at a price for the breeding system. It cannot be changed. All stud owners have 24 hours.
Well, I don't know that I agree with that because they can do it 24 hours. So then I don't think that works.
Well, he's saying you have 24 hours to hit it and pay the same fee as what you'll list it at. Basically, you can still guarantee that it's private, which I'm not a fan of. I don't think that you should be able to guarantee that your blood doesn't get out. I think you should just have to pay the same. So I agree with him over there.
His solution doesn't solve it because it actually just means you could set it at any price.
Right. If you had 35 mares to take care of, you would put it at 4,000. You would pay very little, and you just take all 35 and whenever you got there, and it wouldn't solve anything.
Yeah.
So what sense is if you can get it internally for 24 hours, you can in fact take all of them. You would list it for the cheapest possible. So that's a bad solution.
Yeah, but his analysis at the top is accurate. His solution is not well thought out.
Right. In terms of the breeding reports, Kamish has breeding reports. So I don't know why he says elitists have it too easy. So I'm guessing he's calling himself an elitist.
Well, because he doesn't have any mares, so it doesn't matter to him. He doesn't have mares at 100.
He's not running them. He just went for the blood. He just said, "Well, nobody has this horse and this, and we're gonna crossbreed." I think it's bullshit. I will keep my rant going. I think capping to say every mare gets 10 and then cap at 100, that's a dumb ratio, right? Like you shouldn't be able to max out. What's that?
How many mares are in your stable retired?
300.
Yeah, I have 420. Okay.
Yeah. So the fact that I couldn't run one with every single horse, why not? My solution to this, if you want to limit it, why don't you tie it to the number of horses you fucking bred last year or last season and give it a multiplier? You can get 3 per horse per season that you bred the prior season. So that means if you went and bought the problem now is you got 10 per mare, whether you fucking use it on that mare or not. So you could use 200 on the same mare and 0 on all the others. That's a problem. And the other problem is you can buy a horse for a mare, like a B mare for what, $4? And you would then get a replacement cost of a $50 breeding report. Well, guess what? Breeding reports aren't worth $50 anymore. They were when stud fees were $700. But if you're now telling me I can make an in-house breed with an S plus for 1900 Derby, why the fuck is a breeding report worth $5K? Like that doesn't make any, or $50, whatever, $50. But my point being, tie it to actual activity that you're putting into the game. Tie it to last month I bred 100 mares. You get 3 per every breed that you did the prior season. So I continuously put fees in if I want to get my free breeds, right? Because that's what they're for. They're for to generate breeds, which generate income, which make the economy go. Don't make it to where you just cap me at 100. Like just because you say that's actually a $5,000 value because 50 times 100 is 5,000. No, it's not. It's not. Because if I had to pay for them, I wouldn't buy a single one. So like that's fake math, right? Like to say that they have a $5,000 value is not right because nobody's buying 100 of them at $50. Because guess what? The best horses in the game aren't even worth $5,000 in a lot of cases, right? Like they're just not. So that's the frustrating thing of like it just looks and feels like it was like not much thought put in this. Now, that hasn't even addressed the whole reason why they're doing this. They're saying it's delivering bottish tendencies, right? Somebody out there must be running 15,000 of these a month and trying to solve breeding algorithms through it, right? Maybe it's somebody that's running a bot. How about you just fucking ban the person who's botting? Like if it's botting, if it's true botting, if it's against terms of service, then just get rid of that. I don't care if it's somebody who puts thousands of dollars in the game every month. You can't just.
It's honestly someone we probably already know who it is too. So
you can't ruin everyone else's experience because somebody else is trying to, take it and solve the game, right? So why don't you either get rid of that person, or why don't you change your breeding reports so that they don't fucking give away solvable information? Maybe do it so it's less than 1,000 breeds so that there's more variance and it doesn't show up exactly like it is now, or you can't tell exactly how good or bad a stud is. It's less accurate. Like there's other ways, I think, to stop this whole concern with it being bottable or whatever to solve the game. Now, is it already too late for that? I don't know. Like if somebody's botting it and has solved it, it doesn't matter if you limit it ever again, right? Like it already is out there. Like somebody's already built it. They've done it. Like there's nothing that says I couldn't get with Mr. B and the other top 10 largest stables and we pull 1,000 together every month and use them to do whatever we want to try to solve the game. So like, in my opinion, you're not solving, again, going back to my plea to the community or to the team, you're saying you're trying to solve for X, but like you haven't told me how all the, how it stops it. How does 100 in the hands of thousands of players not still give somebody the access to thousands of breeding reports? Like I have run so many reports at this point. Like how many of you run, Mr. B? Like,
yeah, I don't even
stopping it now. Like if you're basically worried that the game is solvable due to there being this many breeding reports being ran, it's too late because there are so many in circulation that like somebody can just get them. Like I could say, hey, Mr. B, hit that download all button on your stable and send me a fucking zip file of all your your 17,000 breeding reports you ran. And guess what? I'll combine that with mine, and then I'll talk to Stents, and he'll do it, and then I'll talk to GVG and anyone else that's run all these fucking reports. And guess what? All of a sudden, I have a database of 75,000 breeding reports. Well, guess what? That's enough to run whatever bottleable behavior that's already being ran. So that's where I don't love these blogs, because they don't go have a fucking AMA, talk about it, and then release the blog. Like, talk through these changes before just like, that is less than 600 words on something that's very important that people spent tens of thousands of dollars on. And you're just like, oh, well, because some bad actor, okay, you did at one point, you cunt. So there.
Jeez, the language.
Wait, is this Stens on the thing now? Did I hear Stens?
Right. So like, you just gave us like 6 sentences on something people paid $25,000 to obtain. And you're just like, yeah, sorry, we're just now going to throw this arbitrary number cap of 100. Like, but I'm sorry that last season you got 3,000 of these things. Going forward, you're going to have one fucking 100.
Well, I think you make a good point. It's an arbitrary number, and it's also a one-size-fits-all number. So
correct.
Has
nothing to do with how many fees you're putting in the game, how many reports you're running, nothing. It's just, you have 20 PFPs, cool. We've now removed all the crown from them, so we feel like we can take this number and this benefit. I've gotten an argument with Ian before. People were not buying PFPs just for the crown, because you know it's dumb. Buying at a slight discount on something that's 2 years away, like, that wasn't the only value in them. Like, people weren't just saying, oh, the CPS right now is 150, so that's a good price for this. They gave you breeding report. That's why people bought them. They didn't buy them to if you want a crown, you could just buy it spot and you could stake it and you'd earn more money over the lifetime of than waiting for your crown. People bought them to get to 20. There weren't people that were randomly like, I'm just going to get to like 6 and stop. You were either always going towards 20 or selling them. Like 95% of people were doing that, right? So
look, you could argue about a lot of things about breeding reports, but once again, it's more like, where did the 100 come from? Is it just a number that they plucked out of the air?
Right. To say you get 10 per mare but get capped at 100, who the fuck what exec has 10 total mares?
Yeah.
Nobody.
And now I'm not running 10 on most of them. In fact, most of the internal ones, I'm not even running them. And so I don't need, if I have 420 mares, I don't need 4,200 breeding reports.
No,
okay?
absolutely not.
But and I don't even know that I need much more than 100. But like,
tie them to your specific mare that earned them to you. Like I said, if you bred this mare last month, then you get, if it's first month, you get 3. If you bred it last month, you get 3 again, right? Whatever it may be, tie it into actually using the game and putting fees back into the system. That seems like a win-win for everybody, right?
Also, once again, if you want to talk about data and they didn't want to do something like that, they could look and say, okay, these are the stables that have X number of mares. These are how many breeding reports this stable ran. This is how much, and they come up with a number that kind of made sense.
Great.
And so, like, let's say I ran only 250. I don't know how many I ran, honestly, but it's not, I don't need 4,200. Okay. But 100 just seems like, really, you're where are you coming up with that number? And why I have 100 with 420 mares and someone who has 20 mares also have 100? Does that seem like it's a one size fits all solution?
Right. The issue is, don't let me have a mare that's worth $0 that I'm never going to breed, earn me breeding reports that I can use for a horse that will maybe make me the best horse in the game.
Right.
That's the issue. I have a B mare, you give me 10, but the breeding reports aren't tied to a specific mare. So I can take this one that I'm getting breeding reports for free now, and I can run extra reports on my horse that's actually good and worthwhile of running reports. That's where it's broken. Give me a multiplier times which horse is either 1, it's first season that's breedable, you get them, or 2, if you bred it last month, then you get the same number again. And so every time that you put fees back into the game, you earn those 3. Like that seems logical. And again, the 100, It's just like the 70 fleet beach. It's just like these numbers that aren't ever defended just get thrown out there, and they're just like, here you go. 70 fleet for your free roll. No, don't have any reason why it's 70, but we just did it. Here's 100 breeding reports. You know, you can earn them from your first 10 horses, and then after that, it doesn't matter if you have 11 horses or 1,000 mares. You're getting the same breeding reports. Like, to me, it reads that people are. It's like they want to slow down the population so breeding reports can't get ran. But like, if that's the case, fix your fucking product and don't give away too much info. Like, don't like, because here's my thing. You know what I use them for? Double checking inbreeding.
Inbreeding. That's the most important thing for me.
The most important thing from breeding reports isn't like, because you're gonna understand, like, if I put a horse that has SS minus speed and a horse that has SS minus speed together, like the speed box is probably gonna be pretty close to SS minus. So I'm not learning that much from the report. But you know what's really important when you're breeding something for multiple hundreds of dollars, or it's your best horse that you paid thousands of dollars for, not fucking up an inbreeding. But I can't even run on every mare that I want to breed now. I won't be able to double check inbreeding. I have to actually go and manually look. And guess what? The UI for that on the site is awful.
Yeah, I agree 100%. In fact, when I say I don't know how many breeding reports I ran, it's just for that reason. Most of the ones that I run, I kind of just do a last second check and say, okay, let me make sure that this isn't an inbreed.
Yeah.
I don't keep track of how many of them. I was like, oh yeah, I did run a breeding report for this one. Not because I was really going to study it, but it was more like, okay, yeah, I don't want to inbreed.
I almost inbreed stuff that's in my own stable, and I know what the lineages are on both horses, and I'll still be like, oh fuck, forgot that one actually had the mare side instead of the stud side. Like,
I'm pretty sure I did that. It might have been the first one, but it was at the end of breeding, and I had a mare, and I think it had Walter White blood in it, and instead of breeding with one of my horses, which is 9922, 9923 secret places, I think I bred with as real as it gets, and I hit click, and I was like, fuck, that horse has 9924, and actually maybe it doesn't, but the point is, I was like in a rush. I didn't check the breeding report, and that's one where I should have checked the breeding report to make sure I didn't do an inbreed. I might have, I might not have, but the point is, I like to check the inbreed to see if, to make sure I'm not doing an inbreed. And that's most of the breeding reports that I run on horses I kind of know. If it's a mare and a new stud, then I'm not necessarily doing it to check for inbreeding. I'm also doing it to kind of get an idea of what I'm breeding with. But once again, I don't know that I have a real problem with them putting limits on it. It's, once again, like you said, the way they did it, it's like, okay, let me just pick a random number out of the air, and let's make sure that number applies to someone, whether they have one mare or 1,000 mares. That's just kind of sloppy in the.
Well, and I mean, it's not like they literally just try to say, well, like, we're giving you $5,000 worth of value, and that's just not the case.
I don't pay any attention to that. I'd rather read, commission's posts on.
Oh, for sure. No, I'm saying, but that's what they're trying to say. Oh, like, by capping at this, we're still giving you $5,000 free dollars a month. Well, it's like, no, I paid $35,000 for these, and I would never spend $50 per report because the breed I'm making doesn't even cost me $50.
Yeah. All right. Well, if they want to say it's got a retail value of $5,000, whatever. I mean,
right. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what's frustrating about these blogs. Like, it's frustrating. It's just not thought out the way they do it. They need to start. I would campaign for before every single blog post like this, they should have a fucking hour-long AMA going through and talking, because that's not enough words for any of these changes. That was not enough words.
Yeah, I mean,
that's my final thoughts.
I would think that you're on the right track, and I think it's almost like I would prefer they don't present this as a final form, even though it's not final. It is more like, these are our proposed changes. This is what we're looking to accomplish. What do you guys have to say about this? Rather than like,
which is weird, because they had the original poll that came out, and none of these were options. So like, they literally ran that poll and said, "Fuck, people don't like these. We're just gonna fucking do it live."
But that's 2 months later, and they didn't come back and say, "Hey, here's what we're thinking of doing for this." And you and I would have said, "Hey, yeah, but if you're looking to accomplish,"
instead now we have to do it on stream and look like assholes.
Well, I don't mind looking like an asshole for that.
It's not. I don't think it's that. You're getting the advantage from players. Like that's the thing. Like we talk about how they don't play the game like that.
Right.
Like
it's just a it
put a
just
blank
doesn't
face
feel
to the
good that
people on
they're just
screen
like,
and just listen. That's it.
I will say
Ignore who the fuck's saying the words and just listen to what is being said. That's all. That's basically all we pretty much ask.
I will say the most important thing, though, despite us just going off for the last hour, is they put it out 6+ weeks ahead of time. And that is important. So this actually does function as a draft that the community can comment on. And it just gets extra engagement and it gets us pissed off. But it probably does accomplish what they were looking to do, assuming that their goal was, okay, this is a draft. Let's put it out as in a blog post, get the JJ and Mr. B all riled up. And then we're going to make the changes that should be made anyway. So let's hope that's the case. And it's just, it lets us have rants on your stream. But hopefully that's all it is.
There's a reason there's a disclaimer at the bottom of the stream. So y'all are good. They don't affect me at all.
Yeah. Well.
Listen, I give the platform for people to speak. If you want to speak, you gotta speak. But it's gotta be irrelevant.
Yeah, I mean, I think that just goes back to show like
you can't just come on and just bitch just to bitch. I do that. That's my job. So I'm not gonna have anyone else come up just to bitch. Like that's just how it works. But
if anything, we gave everybody something to watch instead of the debate tonight. So I guess that's a win.
I don't do politics. I don't do politics on this stream.
Oh, well, I'm gonna watch the debate. So
you're old as shit, so you kind of have to. Like they kind of like they fuck with your pension, you're gonna be pissed off. So I understand. I would watch if I was you too.
I'm not so old though that I actually read a physical newspaper.
I used to love the physical newspaper.
Who is that?
I used to love reading a physical newspaper.
Yeah. So my brother still does, but I'm like, I can't be bothered with that. So I'm not. I'm when I start reading the physical newspaper, then I give up. Then I'm really, really, really old. But
trying to scroll through and see if I missed anything.
I'm assuming you guys talked about Ian's tweets earlier about the other stuff, which is actually much more positive and much more important than what we've been bitching about.
The Singapore or the simulcast?
Say that again.
The Singapore or simulcast?
Well, Singapore, just all the potential. I'm not talking about the one race there. Who cares about that? You're talking about.
I don't care about that either. They're making it out to be like it's the end all be all. It's another fucking influencer race. It's the third one they've done.
No, it's just things to drive more on the game. And honestly, we can bitch about the schedule all we want. If we don't get more new players in the game, then it's just going to be, the same people complaining about the smaller problems. We're going to have more and more horses, and it's going to be the same people. So whatever they can do, and obviously that's much more important focus for the team, to kind of drive the growth of the game. And the stuff we're talking about are only for people already in the weeds. And it might frustrate us, but in the larger scheme of things, it's not as important, not even remotely as important as what they're doing to, hopefully to grow the game.
For sure. And don't want it to be lost. Like the changes with the betting and the stuff that's come. I'm super fucking excited. Like more than I've been in a while, probably, if I'm being honest. Like the stuff in this article isn't like 100% maybe worth getting as worked up as we have been. It's just more so like the ancillary of like, how do we get here? Like, how does this get sent out? Like, that's what I'm more upset with. Right.
Plus we like to complain, but
ultimately
it's complaining about, we get worked up about very small things, if you will. And in the big picture, it's much more important, the stuff the announcement that they were tweeting, not this blog post. But
also, I just want to thank you two. I think this is the first time that I'm not being streamed on the homepage, and I think it's because you two are on the stream with me. I don't really know, but they
didn't want people tuning into this for sure. Definitely.
I'm trying to find. See, and this is the other thing talking about navigating is like I'm trying to find that article about simulcast, but it's not on the website. I have to go to Discord to get it, or I have to go to Twitter.
Yeah, none of the articles from today made it to the news section.
I mean, the breeding one did. It's right here on the side.
Well, if you actually click the news button, they're not there.
Oh, there's a news button?
Yeah, all right.
That's where they normally are. Yeah.
Yeah, right here. Season 21 breeding changes there. But the other shit isn't.
Not on my screen. That's weird.
Oh,
Oh, a
fuck.
hard refresh did it. I don't know. That's weird.
Oh, shit. No, I'm just going to go to the Discord and click on the announcement, and then I'm going to get the link from there.
Yeah, super cool. I mean, like, infinite possibilities, right? Like,
Dude.
I think the next step is making people understand what the fuck they're looking at, but hopefully there's a guide, right?
Well, the people that watch this stream already have an advantage on how to lose, so it works out perfect for us when the pools get bigger. But yeah, I think this is great. Like I said, I obviously I tweeted about it earlier today. If it works, it's going to be fucking awesome. If not, I guess we'll have a stream like this about it, and I'll have words.
Yeah, it's much more fun to complain. So
yeah, I mean, I'm complaining that this is great. I when though? That's the other like real question is when? Is it before or after the app? I imagine it's after. I guess there's, like I said, every time I asked about more wagering stuff, I told him I was like, I assume there's always legal stuff, so you know, I'm not going to push the subject, but when he hinted at things here and there, and now this is out, I feel like the legal stuff is like a couple turns away from being locked in and solidified.
Yeah, they threw a subtle reminder that they've been working on. That they've been working on.
Brought up again. Just say a trigger word.
The gambling license for a long time. So,
but yeah, put these motherfuckers in Walmarts everywhere, gas stations, fucking truck stops, strip clubs, fucking Denny's, Waffle House. I don't care. Put them everywhere.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go because I want to watch
airport lobbies. But yeah, go and enjoy having fun with the debate. And that sucks. I can't wait till I'm your age. Fuck.
Believe me, you can wait. You don't.
That's what I have to look forward to is watching the goddamn debate.
Yeah.
I thought it started at 8, not 9. So yeah, I thought we actually went through.
Why does it matter to me?
I guess I'll go watch it.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. All right, Mr. B, you enjoy the debate.
All right. Well, I look forward to debating when the changes that they make based on our changes, and they'll do exactly what we said, and then we'll hate it then. So I look forward to that stream.
I'll find something.
Listen, we can agree on one thing. And this is not me taking jabs because the last couple of weeks I gave my opinion on putting out sour product and not testing before you put it out. That is done. Moving on from the Richie episode of this game is probably, let's just put it behind us and fucking see what happens next. It took so many seasons, but it happened. Yeah. Let's hope that, you know, if next season isn't, you know, as good as it's supposed to be, I guess we'll give it 2 more seasons to see if the new scheduling team is up to it. But I personally expect some decent changes after this move. Usually when you get rid of something, when you get rid of a defensive coordinator, the defense turns around and ends up being good again. So hopefully with the elimination of this,
fire the head coach and the team rallies, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer of that kind of stuff, but we'll see what happens. It all depends on who's next up, but it is what it is.
All right, man. Thanks for letting me come on and bitch. I'm gonna go. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but
I'm gonna be here for another 30 minutes, and I'm gonna go eat my ice cream.
Hell yeah!
Honestly, might not. If we lose the next race, I'm fucking out of here. All right, later. Take it easy.
Peace.
Yeah, so I'm gonna think that I'm trying to remember what time he jumped on. Second race, first race, I think like the last hour or so. No, it was probably a little bit more. Hold on, let me see if I can go back and see exactly when he jumped up. I feel like we had a solid hour and a half of the JJ at least. My man's went in today. Hold on. Yeah, about a solid 7:30. Yeah. Yeah, about 7:30. So for the VOD, I guess, Rolo, if you jump in, I started at 5. So 2 hours into the original start time. No, it's pretty good. 7:30. Just go 2 hours in to the beginning of the stream, and you'll find him going at it. I listen. I don't think he was out of line with anything he said. As long as you're being, conscious of what you're saying, obviously, then it is what it is. But yeah, I think everything that was brought up tonight is valid. I always do anyway, but that's just my view. Yeah, no personal attacks ever. If we don't, I didn't put my play in for the last race yet, and I'm telling you right now, if we don't cash this ticket, I'm signing off. I'm gonna skip the last race for the first time in a year and a half. Nothing has gone right tonight. It's actual opposite day. The 6 in that last race was one that we liked, and we faded the opposite side, and I went with the 11. And 6 was free money. I hate betting 2 horses in one race, though. Now, anyway. If and or when the simulcast thing works, then I won't mind sprinkling 2 horses or actually having full bets on 2 horses. Because, again, the average, it won't be 1.98K Derby in the pick pool for an average night. We can hope, anyway. So we have 2 minutes until this pool closes, 10 minutes until the race fires. We covered the last race. I don't really have, I guess I can enter my horses. Let's see if the races I entered in filled or not. No, perfect. I can get this horse to fucking win. That would be nice. Oh, let me put I had to turn it off. Now we're back to cooking. All right, min distance 9. Tomorrow night, no entrance. That looks great. Any maidens? 60%. We'll see. I don't know if I had anything entered in the right dirty count. I haven't done shit in the right dirty count. I haven't entered a horse in over a week there either. Inbreed single mare. Didn't have anything running. No, nothing. Perfect. I do have a couple 3-year-olds and 2-year-olds. Well, 2-year-olds that turn 3 that I think are good, but I think I'm going to fire them up at the end of this week for the qualifiers and see if the competition, but at least the sprint schedule comes down just a little bit. Log back into the home account. And the pool for race 7 is probably shut now. Yo, I cannot win. Dairy Queen fucked my order up, so I got free ice cream tonight. Give me the wrong size. Give me my money back. That's America, baby. Rule number 1, you always get it back. I don't lie. I don't lie. All right, pool closed. Who's the favorite? Us on the outside. First Planet. Was there sprinkles anywhere else? The 1, 3, 4 all took money. I don't know. Honestly, like I said, I played as it lies. We'll see what happens. If they mess with stuff, cool. I mean, what am I gonna do? All I can do is play the game and get feedback. If there's something new, like, and there's a lot going on with the schedule. Too many things. There's too many things stretched right now. So I've just been competing at the low level, but that's neither here nor there. That was just a choice. Boxman's off to a solid start. We got qualifier points already. I ran the breed back again. I did 4 times. Let's go. Philly. Boxman's a colt, and she's pregnant now. So I got a filly on the next one. But the next one rolled down something fierce in the turf division. The other one's rolled up, but she rolled down. But Boxman's been pretty dope. He's profitable so far. If we can cash the I don't even know what the prize pool is, probably like 8,000. I'd say if we can cash this race at the end of the season. Yeah, it's not as high as the 3-year-old one was. The 3-year-old prize pool was much. It was double this. No, it was the winner the winner got. So I got 6K for second yesterday, and I think the winner got like 17 or something like that. So if this work can carry over to the 3-year-old, then that'd be super swell. And if not, well, fuck up. Yeah, the first was 28K for the 3-year-old, so it's double? Yeah. So at least we have something to look forward to. I want to see what the hell this horse did this next start. Hasn't run yet. God damn right there, boy. Oh. Yeah, the replay will be on YouTube forever. I don't know why it doesn't stick around. I have the VODs turned on for Twitch, but it's always everything is on YouTube. Every single one is on YouTube. From the before 4 times to now. Oh, excuse me. Anything else exciting happening on Twitter? Nothing. Dana White Contender Series is tonight. There's 288 inbred horses coming next season. That's fucking awesome. Ooh, podium update. That was another today. Yeah, so all the games had updates today. It was a fucking great day for games. Very good day for games. Oh my god. Honestly, I hope we get crushed here so I can just turn it off. I would have much rather been still discussing shit, but sometimes you just gotta lose every race. Get publicly humiliated. minutes of time. I don't know what else there is. I guess we have the. What's the next week look like? Tomorrow's A+. This is all Taco. Thursday, I have no idea. Friday, tomorrow, Saturday. Pluses. Kingmaker back at 5 next week. And then we get Right Dirt on Tuesday. So Right Dirt. I guess I have to try and qualify for the Right Dirt still, if I can. The benchmark thing is going to be a pain in the ass. That's one thing, Crockett. If they do make a change, I hope they make a change to the amount of benchmark races you have to run. That would be fucking great. Is there any Right Dirt that favors us? Left Dirt, Right Dirt 60. Right Dirt 40 log. Might have one for this. I might have one for the 8 too, but we got to get in first. All right. Yeah, that makes sense. That was probably the last straw, honestly. You want to do what? You're fucking out of here. The only 2 horses that were running worth a damn were the A minuses. But 2 of the A minuses I went out and bought, but 1 is the in-house. Like Special Queen was doing fine. I just can't find the winner circle, and she was just above profitable before the last 2 races were shit to bed. Sleeping Potion's just a whatever horse. He's been whatever. Dog shit. Action just picked up its first win. So that one's been fine. Dog shit. I bought this one. Box Fans and In-House Breeze, 8 for 9 on the podium. And then Volcano I bought for 200 Derby. And it paid for itself 160,000 times over. So that's great. And then Bad Hot Cocoa is just a shitty B+ that tries. That's all I asked for. All right, let's get this race in and we'll see where we sit on the last race. We got 5 minutes to get our picks in there. Good luck. Bum ass. I mean, I did notice. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter, but I haven't noticed any benchmark races under 60. I don't know if anyone else has seen them or not. Obviously, they don't matter for the qualifier, but like, it would be nice to run my shitty S minuses in like a 61 or like a 58 or something like that. Sweat. Always gotta sweat. Dude, the claimers are broken. They fucked them up. Sweat. sweat, sweat. Sweat and then get punished. Sweat and then get punished. Lead the whole way, get punished. All right, stream's done. We're done for the night. That's crazy. Not our fucking night chat, I'll tell you that. Holy shit. It's not even like Morning Page was bad or like Bird Tree was bad. It's just we're getting punished for taking the best option. I'm gonna say, good thing we're not doing the last race. I'd be on the 12 in this race. I don't know if I can get the race back or not. No, I can't. I can't even get it to look at. What a disgusting night. Yeah, we're done. Yuck. Yuck, 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 yuck. Yuck, 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 yuck. Gross, 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 gross. Gross, 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 gross. Nah, it just wasn't our night. It was just a bad night. We're actually down. $5K, I think, on the night. Bad night. Bad night. Yeah, but you had a couple good ones tonight, too. You were on. I mean, when those two come up, it's just mainly shop talk. We're talking shop. But there's always, valid concerns being expressed. But, all right, chat. Yeah, we're cutting it short. I'm not staying live for the last race. I'm going to put my laundry on and eat my ice cream. I'm going to get to bed by 10. We'll be back next Monday for Kingmaker. And if anything happens between now and then, we might have it. There might be an emergency stream. I don't know yet, but... got an emergency stream, maybe we'll let you know. But other than that, appreciate everyone for viewing in. If you just joined in to get a chance to see the VOD, 2 hours into the stream, and shenanigans start. Everyone out there, have a good night. We'll catch you next week. Bon voyage.